You start getting a boner when you're on the toilet, and you're like, "Is it going to hit the seat? Is it going to hit the seat? I don't know."
That's the worst, bro.
Why you getting a boner on the toilet, son? What you talking about?
I mean, it happens sometimes, bro.
You're like, you're scrolling Twitter on your scrolling Twitter on the shitter, and you see some big ass cheeks, and you're like, "Oh shit."
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 180 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, as usual. And you know who we are, baby.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Check it out. And we humbly apologize that we could not get together to have an episode last week. I know it was last minute where we posted it up, but here we are, baby. I had a few people just reach out to me like, no. But I appreciate y'all for even caring that much.
For noticing, yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
we
what's
just
up.
couldn't make it happen, but here we are, baby. We're good. Anybody have anything good happen in the past 2 weeks?
Actually,
my whole thing was fucked. Go ahead, Dave.
Really? The whole past 2 weeks was fucked? I don't like that.
I'm not thinking about the whole past 2 weeks. I'm thinking about the ending of the 2 weeks all the way up until last night where my ass was fucking moving.
Yeah. The moving is definitely
And I can't stand that shit.
shitty.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Yeah, that ended up taking way too long because we had very minimal help. Only had help. The only very little help that we had was we took advantage on for carrying like the big shit that needed to go, and then the rest of the time was just cleaning out, all 3 floors.
That might be the worst part is just cleaning out the old spot. Like boxing shit up, yeah, that sucks. Moving boxes sucks, but like making sure everything else is Gucci. That's especially if you have like a deposit you're trying to get back and shit. They're gonna be sticklers. Like when you're in a place like that, that is nerve wracking. I hate that shit.
We took the lease over, and we took it from Danny when he moved to Florida. We took that over, and even at that point, he was like, "Yo, I don't think we're gonna get that deposit back anyway. So." See if they'll take that as a down payment, which they did. So we ain't have to pay the down payment on
looks, Danny.
To take it over. Yeah, so that was good. So we already knew that. So I'm telling my girl, I'm like, why are we going through all of this effort? We know we're not getting that deposit back. Like we ain't got to leave it ransacked and like leave all our shit in there. But fuck, we can't. We ain't got to be scrubbing everything.
Nah.
But it is what it is.
Cleaning shit down, wiping shit down.
She was wiping stuff down. I'm like, yo, just leave it. Like, let's
unnecessary. I freaking literally left holes in the wall in my last apartment, and I still got my deposit back.
Damn.
Yeah, we had like from the
they were TV
mounting the TVs
holes,
and shit. Yeah,
they were like
you're like Chad. Punching Kyle holes in the wall like a Johnny just gets heated when the Broncos lose. Tampa Bay loses. Just
right.
Imagine fist holes in like your like all the
in
rooms.
The wall if that was the case.
Just wild parties.
I have to tell y'all though. Like, a few days moving sucked completely, right? But the devastating part about this whole thing, I lost my bidet, man.
Oh man,
I don't have it anymore. I could have taken it with me,
apart?
but we could, man. But everything is going in storage and all that shit. And rest in peace to my.
Damn, that was a present too.
My ass wiper 3000, whatever the fuck it was
called. Put it at the studio, son.
Word.
Nah, we just tossed it. I'm not putting it in the studio so my neighbors could take advantage of that shit.
Everyone would be a little bit happier.
Neighbors just, I don't even want to imagine somebody else's.
We all know who we're picturing.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely no. So yeah, I can't spray my ass, so it just doesn't seem right.
Now you got old Hershey
clean,
bar
bro.
ass motherfucker over here.
You know?
What are you doing? Do you just feel dirty? Like, how are you living right now,
bro?
son? Just
Like,
a shit ass person like the
real.
rest of us.
Real dirty, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what
a
the
tough
fuck?
life. Yeah, this is like a
When you go from something as extravagant as a bidet, right? Mm-hmm. That like
You go back to
cleans you from
wipes?
the inside out, literally, right?
Hey, yo.
You can't just go back to that dry ass paper, bro.
No, you got to go to wipes.
I'm gonna have
though.
to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch to wipes, man. I'm just saying.
wipes.
Dude wipes.
Dude.
See, but with the
thing
with the
those
other
is,
one,
like, what do you do with the dude wipes afterwards, right? Like,
Are
you're
they
not supposed to
flushable?
flush it. I mean,
They're not.
They
I mean,
say
I'm flushing them
flushable,
regardless.
but you're not supposed to because it, like, I don't know, kills turtles or something. Like, it doesn't actually break down in the sewer system. And I've also heard that it, like, there's my HOA has a whole thing about like don't flush wipes down the toilet because it clogs.
So it's
our,
like
complex
either-
or whatever.
Can they tell where they
that sounds
came
like their problem
No,
though.
but
we trace this back to your domicile.
Yeah, that sounds like their problem.
well, it's their problem until it clogs up the fucking sewer line and we can't flush the toilet for 2 weeks while they fucking are working on the shit.
Then it's like Burning Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't have to invest in anything with that, right? It's like $100 investment for the spray, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. You know,
Right.
Not anymore.
with the dude wipes, you gotta pay for that shit.
Yeah. Every
gonna add up.
month at least, I would
Gonna add up,
imagine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it like an Amazon
rest in peace.
subscribe and
Rest in
save or
peace.
something.
Yeah.
They'll knock
Oh,
like
my-
17 cents off if you
Yeah,
subscribe and have it auto shipped. Hey, savings is savings. Fuck
Savings
it.
is saving. Put that 17 cents towards the bidet fund.
We'll start a GoFundMe or something.
You know, we'll
post it on
we'll
the
take a
IC
portion
story.
of our membership funds and we'll put them towards the bidet fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can make that a special category. I know we had different tiers of our pack. We'll have like a
you
wax
go.
ass tier.
Support wax ass. I love it.
Support those cheeks.
Yeah. Definitely put out a poll out there because we all want to know, is it gay to bidet?
We'll see. I'd like to know the results.
Because you would say yes.
It's neither here nor there.
It's neither here nor there. You just refuse to try it. If you walked into a bathroom and they had one, would you try it?
Like in public? Nah, dude, I'm not trying a public bidet.
No,
out.
I'm
That's
not
gross.
talking about
No,
in
at,
public.
like somebody's house.
Yeah. You go to Johnny's house, and he has you go to sit down, you
I probably
drop a log
I'd
and
be
it's
too
there.
scared.
All you have to do is turn the little knob.
I'd be
Like,
too
would you do
scared
it?
to spray ass water all over Johnny's bathroom. I
You
wouldn't.
can clean that.
Is there ball towels? How do I dry my balls? This just opens up a whole nother set of.
Like this was
bidet
100%
questions.
every time you pooped, you used the bidet, the ass wiper
Yeah.
3000 or whatever the fuck it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That's a yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
it's gotta
to
be a
like
change.
hotels and Airbnbs and stuff where they will have like the physical second unit. That's the the official
Yeah, see,
type
this-
bidet. And I'm like, I'm gonna try that because
I'm not gonna
keeps
get
saying
up.
how awesome bidets are. And I
Then you
just get
straddle that
scared.
bitch and you're
No,
like,
I'm
nah, I'm straight.
scared. I don't
I'm straight.
understand how it really because
That's
those things
exactly-
don't have seats.
No.
Yeah, those
Like,
I don't know.
understand
I would
how
never
you're
know
like
how to
just
use
supposed
that.
to squat on top of it and then just like, yeah, I'm good on that.
I have no idea how those work. Like, let me make that clear. I have no idea how like an actual bidet works. I think about that all the time. It's just like, and I don't know if I would actually get up and then come to do whatever
Yeah,
the
that's
hell
what I'm
is
saying.
is
Like,
required.
If somebody
to
walked
do
in
this other
over.
one.
What if you get caught doing
Yeah.
it? Then it's
if
even
you get
weirder.
caught, if somebody walks in on you, they're gonna be like,
Because I like my ass clean. I don't know what else to tell you.
"What happens to the chunks
Apparently
that
it's-
wash off in when
They
you're
stick
in
to
that?"
the wall. They get sprayed all over the place. Who knows? It's fucking Wild
I'm
West
more
down
into
there.
wax
Yeah.
like a semi bidet thing than a full physical second unit next door. But
Facts.
if
Yeah, no, I
anyone
would-
that listens to the show has tried one of those, let us know.
Let us know.
what that
Send us a
experience is
video
like.
of how you used it. We're very curious.
Now whenever we do buy a house and it's like, legit, I'm gonna go all out and I'm gonna buy one that heats up the water because they do exist.
Boiling water up your asshole.
No, just warm, just nice and warm. It's like
Toasty. And you do a little finger thing. You're like, ooh.
yeah.
Might,
For
you
all
might
of you,
leave that spray on a little too long. You're like, this
for all of you
feels
out
real
there.
good.
Watch your water
For all
bill.
of you out there that are like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, you probably had a finger up your ass, okay? So
Imagine a
which one's worse?
finger of water.
If you really think about it, I think we've had this discussion before.
Hey, yo.
We've had this discussion before. If you really think about it, you're stroking your fucking asshole with toilet paper. The only thing that's separating it is the
Right.
paper. So which one's gayer, right?
That's up for debate as well. Let's put that poll in the stories along with
there
the gay bidet. I need answers to both of those.
Oh man. All right, let's move on.
What do we got?
Oh, so
Is it-
stupid.
Is it time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Waiting 2 weeks for these questions.
Ba, ba. All right. What is one thing you can buy for under $100 that can change your life? Life changing.
Under 100.
Under $100.
Pretty sure the ass wiper 5000 is $99.99.
Is it?
Yeah, your facts. Yes.
That's Walk's answer.
99
See, that's a good
bucks.
segue.
It will change your life.
Change your life.
Get that square where you start seeing the moon, stars, the birds all up close. You ever seen that meme?
No.
Or there's TikToks where somebody does the same thing. They're like, they don't have any toilet paper and they go, let me try this out. They turn the nozzle and then it like zooms in their eyes. They see the stars, the moon. Like,
I feel you.
I don't know, $99. You've been sitting on this. I'm sure you got an answer.
I was thinking, honestly, a gym membership. If you somewhere, it doesn't have to be like the super fanciest gym, but if you can buy a month's worth and sort of start that journey and it feels good. Like even if the membership canceled on you and you still, you wanted to go run and just start doing your own thing. Like, I feel like that's for the better. And I didn't necessarily specify in the question if it had to change your life for the better or not, but
Sure.
I went under the assumption for the better, but we'll see what kind of answers we get.
Oh yeah, no, I mean since you brought that up, crystal meth.
There you go. I was thinking, yeah, heroin, any sort of drug, bro. Under $100, you get a hit. It's probably going downhill after that.
Yeah. Everything's just tanking, bro. You're not giving a fuck about anything.
It was too easy.
I mean, there's so many things that are less than $100 that could change your life.
For sure.
I'm gonna say a Wi-Fi router.
Ooh.
If you've never had
Yeah,
Wi-Fi and you've always had to plug in, and now you get Wi-Fi, like
Oh, okay. So you've already had internet, but it's always been
you always had to plug in before.
Ethernet.
Ethernet,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that is a game changer. Like when
That's a
Wi-Fi
big-
became an actual thing in our lives, like
Yeah.
that was to take your laptop and be in the living room and be like, "Oh, I'm not at the computer desk in the computer room." At
It
least
was
that's how it
fucking
was.
magic, bro. To walk
Yeah.
around with your computer and be anywhere.
Yeah. And then when
get the
phones started
internet.
connecting to it, and you weren't fucking with data anymore?
Oh, that was that was.
Oh, that was
like-
wild.
Was that iPhone time? No, I'm pretty sure the Sidekick supported Wi-Fi, right? I know the HP and all those Windows CE ones had Wi-Fi, but I can't remember if the
you can go on
Sidekick
websites. The Sidekick, you can go on websites and shit.
Yeah, I just don't remember if that was only over T-Mobile's network or if you could also do Wi-Fi.
Could you
I would
hop on it?
imagine
Could
you
you?
could
I
because
can't
T-Mobile's
remember.
network was, at that time, Jesus Christ, slow as hell.
Yeah, I can't remember honestly, but it was slow, but it wasn't it wasn't doing half as much as what we do on our phones now, you know?
For sure, yeah.
Literally though. Side question, since I mentioned meth, right? Have you ever seen a homeless
Love a good
chick
meth
with a
question.
fat ass that you thought like, would I? Like actually like thought, like, would I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I have it. I can't think of one specifically
I
right now, but
can't-
I'm sure there's been
Yeah.
times where I'm like, yeah, that's
There
was one
I
locally.
could think specifically. I just
Oh.
don't know if they were necessarily homeless, but they were definitely a crackhead.
okay.
Yeah, there's one locally over here that it's twice already, right? Because
They got a thing now. It's like a
it's twice already because like it's I'm on the way to my mom's house and she's always in that area, and twice already just like caught my eye because she wears like some short shorts, right? And at first you're like, you just see the ass because like you just see a fat ass and you're like, oh shit, and then you look at the face and it's a total meth face. It's like, oh shit, nah, hell no.
Yeah.
But you get caught because the bottom half looks like, oh shit, okay. And then you look up.
She early
You know what
early
that
in
is.
her meth years.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was
Has
like, she
not
was probably a
deflated
baddie.
yet.
I was like, I was thinking like when she was younger, she was probably a baddie until she got fucking hooked
Methed
on all
out.
this shit.
Word. Like last year.
Oh man,
Is
nah,
your
her face
answer
is fucked.
prostitute?
Absolutely, yeah. No, it would
Yeah.
definitely change your
Cheaper than
life.
$100. Change her life real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, under $99 prostitute, that will absolutely change your life.
Not for the better.
Trip to the clinic.
Bro, do you know how many times we used to go down Bay Street, son, and the hookers would just be like
Yeah,
like $5.
yeah. Those are the hookers I'm talking about. The crackhead hookers on Bay Street.
Yeah.
I know that at least once or twice I got caught looking
Checking
at
one's
ass.
fat ass
Yeah.
out.
And I'm like, oh shit, no, hell no, oh god
Hell
damn.
no. But you got to think, if you were on the prowl for a hooker,
Those
you'd be like, oh shit, that's the one. That's the hooker right there.
I'm sure there's
Yeah,
been a
fuck
drunk
it.
night that I've even drove by and I was like, damn, should I? Nobody
Cruising
would
like
know.
Dahmer?
Nobody would know.
That's
No, fuck
scary.
that.
That's scary.
Cruising like Dahmer.
Cruising
Goddamn.
like-
was
that's
gonna
what
say,
it reminded
Arthur-
me of. He's just like creeping around like nobody would know if I fucking.
I was
ate
gonna
this
say
dude.
Arthur Shawcross. Had
Yeah,
had
that's
that
right.
fucking-
Yeah,
he had
Shawcross.
that thought, and look how that turned out.
he got away with it for a
Successful
minute.
for him
I was gonna say he did
for a long time.
pretty good. Yeah.
He did pretty good.
I mean, by serial killer standards, yeah, he not like good in general, but you know what I'm saying.
For those of you who don't know, that's like the local serial killer here in Rochester, New York.
It's national.
That's
It's
what-
pretty national.
Yeah, I
It
would
is
say.
national, but
yeah, he's-
all the killings
yeah.
happened here, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, that's what we're known for: garbage plates and Arthur Shawcross.
Basically.
They had that shirt, right? That had like
Yeah,
plates
yeah,
and
yeah,
shot. That's dope. I should have got one of those when I saw those. Those
Yeah.
were
Oh
tight.
yeah, plates, boss sauce, and Shawcross.
Yes, yeah, dude.
That's fire.
That is fire, right?
We'll remake it.
We'll remake with an
make
IC
it-
style. We could do that. We
Yeah,
rip everything
facts.
else off. We could totally do that.
Facts.
Facts. All right, what's the next
Oh,
one?
let's go. Okay. You're transferred into the world of the last video game you played. How fucked are you?
Oh,
It's the last game you played.
Pretty
I know you've been
fucked.
doing a little bit of gaming. Yeah. What was it?
yeah, The Last of Us.
Oh, shit. Is that what you played too last, Johnny? The Last of Us?
I think so.
I'd be fucked.
It's been so long since
I'd be such a bitch in that world, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah. No, you played the
I'd be
Avengers
such a
for
bitch
while.
in that. I'd be in the fucking camps, not trying to slide out, not sneaking out for any fucking reason. Nah.
Well,
Until that bitch is overrun.
So you're gonna hide. Like what are you gonna do for
I'm
grub?
just gonna
and
live
shit?
my life. I'm just gonna live my life in those fucking camps, bro. I'm not trying to venture out. I'm not trying to run into no fucking clickers and bloaters.
So
and
you're
shit,
just like
bro.
doing whatever like they tell you. Like you're gonna be like
Yeah.
a bitch in the camps,
Just
go
like,
through
yeah,
the
I'm just-
motions, whatever they tell you, do your
Go through the
job.
motions, bro. Yep.
Not gonna be a
Where
hero.
he started,
You're not gonna be a
where
hero.
he started and shit. That
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
legit, like just working and just doing whatever.
Just keeping my head down, doing my thing, not trying
Yep,
to get
just
munched
doing
up.
my shit, bro. I'm not. Nope.
But then somebody has a task for you, son, and they're like, "Yo, I just need you to bring this chick to the next city over."
See, in order for them to give me that task means that I have successfully done this numerous times for them to.
No, they're like they want to give
to-
you more.
to
They
ask
see you
me
doing your
this.
job. They know
It's
you're a
like,
hard
no.
worker. They're like, "Yo, let's give him a little bit more. He wants more on his plate. He's a hard worker."
Does it involve me leaving this compound?
Yeah, 100%.
Then I'm sorry.
Yeah,
no.
you gotta take this. You're responsible for another person.
No, son.
He's like, I'm shuffling my shit. I'm moving
not-
dead kids, whatever the fuck I gotta do. But I'm not leaving
Whatever the
this
fuck I gotta
goddamn
do.
camp.
I'm not coming up face to face with clickers and bloaters and no.
Yeah, facts. Mine is almost the same. So I'd be fucked. But I was trying to think of the PlayStation games. It's been so long, and it was almost going to be Cyberpunk, but I'm pretty sure I have used the Oculus more recently than I've used the PlayStation to play a game.
Okay.
And so the game would be After the Fall, which is a VR game on the Quest,
That
basically
doesn't
same
sound
story.
like it's a happy bubbly game.
What's that?
It doesn't sound like a happy bubbly
No,
game.
After the
in a
Fall.
good- in a
Yeah,
good world.
exactly.
Exactly.
The fall of civilization.
Basically, same concept, zombie type. I don't think they're, whatever fungi based, but they almost look the same. Like there's so many of the similar type bloater type zombies. There's the ones that run after you, the ones that move slowly, the more aggressive giant ones. Yeah, very, very, very similar
Grim. Very
concept
grim.
to Last of Us, and so except it's VR, so it really feels like they're coming after you.
So now you might run into a wall while you're playing and hurt yourself for real.
The one thing that's different is instead of the whole storyline of trying to transport someone from one side to the other, it's a more of a team based. We're going out and we've been given assigned missions, and we're going out and we're scavenging, or we're going out and we're trying to get a certain thing. So at least you're with other
almost
people.
you're almost like mercs.
Yeah, kind of.
You get paid.
Or milkmen, to borrow from Twisted Metal.
Which you didn't like. Did you watch Twisted Metal? Or did
I haven't
you just
finished it yet. I've been
taste of it?
distracted with the other shows, Tulsa King and the like, After Party, etc. But
He's a milkman.
yeah, I'll go back to it. It stood on my list. I'm not opposed to Twisted Metal, but anyways, yeah. So what's that? It's like you're what's the word? Drop the. Like you're being assigned to do something, like you're a go-getter, a
task.
gopher or something.
A taskmaster. You're a courier.
A courier type thing, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
Nothing
Either
too
way,
serious.
the answer to the question would be, how fucked am I? Very fucked. I would be very fucked. I mean, at least I have a team. I have a lot of weapons at my disposal, but I'm still pretty fucked. Like, life sucks.
Yeah, that's a rough life to live.
I'll tell you one thing, just because I thought of it. I thought of it more than once because of the Canada fires and shit, and how everything gets smoky, and sometimes you'll even like see ash just like falling from the sky.
Yeah.
I would much rather be in either one of those games than in what was that fucking Silent Hill?
Silent Hill, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Nah.
Where you just enter this town, the fucking sirens blaring, and it's snowing fucking ash.
Yeah. That's very creepy.
No.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
What have you been
Very
playing,
good
Dave?
on that.
Even though Starfield officially launched today at 5 p.m. West Coast time, I did not start to play that because we were recording, and I probably would have just made up an excuse to not record if I started playing. So I held off on
It
that.
dropped
But
tomorrow. Okay.
no, I mean, tomorrow's the official date. Like, I think you would buy it in stores, but like if you pre-ordered, I think that was, it launched a little bit early, 8 o'clock on the East Coast today.
Gotcha.
But I downloaded GTA 4 because I played all the other GTAs when the trilogy came out, and GTA 4 was the only one I couldn't get my hands on with Sony. So now that I had the Xbox, I got PS4, and so I would be in the Nico Bellic Liberty City, and I feel like I could keep my nose to the ground, like, as long as I don't get mixed up in some wild shit. Like, sure, it's going to be dangerous. Like, you could have crazy police chase, shootout, whack job. But I feel like I like my chances more than both of y'all's chances in your little society. Like, at least I can go to like Burger Shot. I could just try to live my normal life and do my thing.
Right. Just living like
Which one
free
was
guy.
GTA 4? I don't even remember.
That was you remember Nico Bellic was the Russian immigrant, cousin Roman. He'd always call you to go bowling and shit. He's like, cousin.
He's Polish.
Yeah.
Polish. I think he's Polish. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a lot of different. It was in New York City. It was like the New York City GTA.
It was like the Return to Liberty City.
Yeah, where it was like a legit looking New York City, not like the GTA 3 Liberty City that kind of, looked Liberty City-ish, New York City-ish.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
dope.
perfect.
I don't remember.
4 was dope.
What system did that come out for?
PS3 and Xbox 360.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say that was the first one that came out for Xbox.
I think you are.
But what was Vice City then?
Vice City was in Miami.
I know, but what?
PlayStation.
Miami.
What?
Oh, that was
number
PS2.
All of-
PS2.
That. Oh,
Yeah.
Really? That was all the way back then.
No.
That was GTA 2.
All
Yeah.
GTAs
After
were
GTA 3, yeah.
PlayStation.
For a while.
All GTAs were
they
were
re-released
PlayStation
it.
for a while, and then Part 4 was the only one that was for both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And GTA 5 is.
I remember
the
because
San
I was
Andreas.
excited as fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Oh,
what's
that's
the
right, you were
one
an
that's
Xbox guy.
Still fucking going. Is
GTA 5 is still going, yeah.
So that's still San Andreas.
It just hit its 10th anniversary. And I mean, San Andreas, so just like how GTA 4 was the return to Liberty City, GTA 5 was like the return to Los Santos, but it looked more, like LA.
So what was
and
the original
surrounding
San
area.
Andreas?
GTA 3. The original
3,
San Andreas?
Was GTA 3?
GTA 3 was the very first, GTA, like you think of it. Like there was weird PlayStation 1 PC over the head GTAs, GTA London and all kinds of weird shit. But what you think of as GTA, the first one was PS3.
Yeah,
Or
but I'm
PS2.
saying
PS2, I'm sorry.
GTA. The numbers. Maybe the numbers are what throwing me off.
They didn't go by. So GTA 3 came out, then Vice City came out, then San Andreas came out, and then GTA 4 came out.
Okay. So GTA 3 was the Liberty City one. Then it was Vice City. Then it was San Andreas.
Yep.
And I'm sorry for the listeners that are like,
No.
this dude knows fucking nothing GTA.
I was just
Very
doing
and
GTA.
good
GTA
quality
6.
content here. Going through the history of Grand Theft Auto.
I could talk about
And
that for a
GTA
half
6
hour.
is going to be the return to the Vice City, like Miami.
To Vice City, yes. Oh, I mean, that
Is
makes
that the
sense,
one with
though,
the fat
right?
booties?
Hell yeah, there's fat
That's,
booties. Yeah, the leaked footage that we saw.
Yeah,
Tracks.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Unreal Engine, yeah. That chick did have a fat ass.
That's the return. Yeah, it keeps on showing up in my every time I go to my YouTube homepage. Like they show the shorts list at the bottom, and there's always one short there that's like, it's the thumbnail is some GTA fat booty chick, and then the headline, which I refuse to click on this because I know they're just like clickbaiting with that thumbnail, but it's like, kids these days will not be able to play GTA or something like that. I don't know. It's something I'm like, what? I don't know what they're insinuating.
Just click it,
I really
find
do
out.
not want to watch this video.
Give them the click.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Because then you start getting more of that shit.
Exactly. I need.
Yeah, no,
YouTube
just
to
start
know that
watching
I
other
don't
shorts.
I'll keep all of my the semi-porn shit to the artist formerly known as Twitter.
X.
I refuse to call it that.
All right, what's the next question?
All right. Would you rather, and this came from Johnny actually fairly recently.
Oh shit.
Would you rather have silent but deadly uncontrollable gas or loud uncontrollable sneezes? And I don't know what the time period was for this or just in general, but yeah, those were the two choices.
I'd rather have silent, uncontrollable gas.
just ripping crazy ass that you can't control.
Yeah.
Really? And that's
You know why? Because
the sneezing
it's
sucks.
silent.
That's why.
Yeah, sneezing sucks, bro. And uncontrollable sneezing, like you can't even hold a conversation with silent gas. Like that was the deal break or the nail in the coffin for me, right? Shit is silent. You're not farting up a fucking storm.
But you
There's
feel
probably
it.
gonna be like
You know.
You are farting up a storm.
You are, but it's not like evident to everybody. It could be like do you smell that? It's like, yeah, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? But
But
it's
if it's
not.
uncontrollable, it's like every time Watt comes around, there's this wild ass smell that shows up.
Yeah. Either way, you're not holding a conversation for very long.
Yeah, that's true.
Motherfuckers
Nah,
are gonna
yeah.
just walk the fuck away from your smelly ass because that shit is gonna be brutal.
You know what? It's probably all right.
He's like, I'm cool with
As long as my girl can withstand that shit, that's fine.
I don't know if she can.
I don't know if she can either, but still.
it's your cleaning day at the daycare. And just little kids dropping all around you because you can't control
Fuck 'em.
shit.
Nah, son. Hell no.
Yeah.
That hell no. I wouldn't give a fuck about that.
I don't give a fuck about them kids.
Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow.
You just look up after you're done cleaning and it's nap time.
It's like, oh shit.
Right. It's like make sure Watt shows up between the hours of 12 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock all them kids out with that ass.
It's an ungodly amount of methane in this room.
No, at least the gas doesn't really affect you. Like, I mean, yeah, you'll smell it and other people will smell it, but a sneeze is really just, you can't focus on anything. You can't keep doing anything. And if you're like me, and every time you feel a sneeze coming on when you're driving, you think that's the end of it. Like you're going to sneeze and just right into oncoming traffic and you're fucking done. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Like I feel ready. Like I feel a sneeze coming on when I'm driving. I'm like, oh shit. And I try to just get a quick look and make sure I see where everything is. And then fucking sneeze and pop back up real quick. Like I'm about to die. Am I good? So yeah, I don't want to have to worry about bullshit.
I'll just
like
make
that.
sure, bro. I'll just make sure that I eat clean.
It don't
That
matter.
way
You
I'm
can eat
farting
fucking
all-
breath mints all day, son. You're gonna have crazy, smelly, silent farts.
No.
Yes.
No, because this doesn't say anything about it being deadly, like nasty farts. It just says you have uncontrollable silent farts. So
Oh no,
depending
no!
on
I
what
added
you're
it.
eating-
I added in the. I'm the question guy. I added in the deadly. These are smelly fucking
I didn't
farts,
hear the
bro.
deadly.
I did say roll the tape back, son. I said deadly.
Okay,
Shit
okay,
says
okay.
deadly.
Yeah, if they're deadly, fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'll
Who
still
cares
choose
if
it.
they're
I don't
not
wanna
deadly?
sneeze
Who
all fucking
cares?
day.
Like if they're just like regular farts and nobody hears them.
Yeah.
If they were crazy loud and not deadly, like they don't. How about this? They don't smell crazy bad. They still smell like a fart, but it's obnoxiously loud.
Nah, son. See, then I'll take the sneeze. It's the silence that made me choose it. Like,
Right. You're a sneaky
Yeah.
guy. You're a
I'll
sneaky
just-
guy.
yeah, I'll just make sure I'm
Very, very
constantly in
sneaky.
a crowd of people. It's just like, what the fuck? Why the fuck do people, stank ass people, like follow me everywhere that I go? What the fuck? This shit is ridiculous.
Fake ass people
So
be
annoying,
following me
you guys.
everywhere.
This shit is so annoying. Do you guys have no shame?
Every time I see that meth addict with the fat ass, it smells like shit.
Yeah, you can't
Oh man.
can't be the one to mention it either, because whoever smelt it dealt it.
Right.
Yeah,
You
no.
just gotta be like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking
yeah.
about. I don't even smell anymore.
As soon as somebody else mentions it, I'll be like, yeah, hell yeah. What the fuck is that?
No, you talk about how good it smells. Like, is that a new cologne you're wearing? You just taking huge whiffs of it and just put them off the trail.
Yeah, because the thing is,
Called
like,
Tooted.
those silent farts, like, you can deal with them. Like, they're yours. That's
Yeah.
easily
Yeah.
absorbable.
Even the worst of them, it's like
Yeah.
like you're immune to like 95%
As long as
of
you're
your
okay
fart.
with being alone, because there's no way other people are gonna chill with you,
Right.
if you're consistently dropping ass, silent or not, especially if it's deadly. I don't know. It's tough.
Whiffing them.
I
Start
already
boofing your own
deal with
farts.
so many sneezes, uncontrollable sneezes. I have to say, unfortunately, this question came up because my wife was watching some rom-com. Priyanka, no, that's not her name.
Chopra?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Priyanka. It's
it's
Priyanka. right?
Priyanka.
Yeah.
Priyanka
Yeah,
Chopra,
Priyanka.
on Netflix last night, and
Nick Jonas's wife, right?
Yeah. And he was in it too. He played I'll say he played himself, because he played some like douchey guy that she was trying to date. She brought it up as a question in the movie. This was straight up like a Lifetime type movie.
Yeah,
This
like
shit
I'm
was
picturing like Hallmark type shit.
basically
horrible.
Hallmark Channel, Lifetime Channel, Netflix is trying to eat from the pie as much as they can. And they had this terribly boring romantic movie, and that was
I can
was
just
one of the
picture the
things.
quality in my head.
The what?
I can just picture the quality in my head of that
Oh
Hallmark.
yeah, I mean, it was Netflix quality. It was they got the Netflix budget to it, so it's a little bit better than Hallmark Lifetime. But I mean, just the idea, the premise,
Yeah.
it's literally a.
Cheese dick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cheesy
it's a
as
story
fuck.
about like some girl whose boyfriend died, and she's texting him, like she's texting his number, and because he died many years ago, and they were supposed to get engaged or whatever, so she keeps texting that phone number, not realizing that the carriers will recycle phone numbers, and so a new guy gets this phone number, and he's receiving
Jesus
these
Christ.
texts.
Jesus Christ. He gets a backlog of the texts that he like didn't have until he got that number. That's weird.
That will do it. Yeah, but he falls in love with this
Sure,
woman
sure.
over text. It's kind of like a
Just
"you've got
suspending
mail" type
belief.
thing, but for the updated iPhone
For
generation.
millennials.
I don't know.
I'll tell you one
bullshit.
thing. I would much rather have uncontrollable, loud, fucking obnoxious sneezes
Than
than
to watch that
fucking movie. Yeah.
I'd rather have both of them, as long as I don't have to watch that movie.
simultaneously.
Fair.
Sneezing and farting.
Very fair. I was obviously, holding my phone and doing other things at the same
Yeah.
time.
That's good. That's good.
But
Sounds like some shit my girl would want to watch too.
Being a person that suffers from allergy attacks often, I couldn't. I'm like, I have a love-hate to this question. Like, there's so many bad things on both sides.
Yeah. Who do you want to inconvenience more, yourself
You're
or
also
other
lactose
people?
intolerant,
That's
so
what it
you
comes
know
down to.
exactly.
Right. I know what those silent, deadly farts be like because I drop them
shit.
quite often.
You could
with
tell by the temperature. If it feels hot, it's probably going to be super smelly, right? Why is that the case? I don't understand. What does that mean?
It's like, oh, that one was warm.
Why
Oh,
is
shit.
there's hot poop right there near your butthole? It's just
That air
hot
was way
poop
too
smoke.
warm coming out.
For sure. For sure.
Oh, bro.
Oh, man.
That's horrible.
But it's
No,
true.
but
That's
the
just
same
facts.
same
I
shit
don't-
though. Same shit. I had because I don't suffer from allergies. The only thing I'm really allergic to is like dust. And that's unless I'm like cleaning out some an area that hasn't been touched in a while, doesn't really affect me. But this past year,
I'm about to say this past week.
year.
All right.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying no. This past year, at some point I forgot. Like I don't know what the fuck it was, but for like a straight week or two, like I was getting a sinus pain from, and I couldn't stop. Like I would have like sinus ish, like and it was the first time I'd ever experienced that, and it was like painful in my nose and just couldn't stop from sneezing. It like I feel the pain of those who have allergies, and I don't want that. I'd much rather have irritable bowel syndrome, where it could possibly be like controlled to an extent. Like I said, I would change my diet to just see what causes like nasty fucking, like I would try whatever, but they're deadly, either way, but still. I would still try like to change up my diet or something just to kind of like see if I can master this thing rather than just uncontrollable sneezing.
Yeah.
Can't go to a movie.
I would
can't
go
to
gas,
to a
too.
play. You can't do shit.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah. Fuck it. Thank God.
You
it's
could work
fake.
from home with nasty ass farts, bro.
Not gonna be working from
I
home.
think I'm gonna join you guys. You convinced me.
You can work from home with them nasty ass farts, bro. You can find a job where you work from home, but uncontrollable sneezing, you can't do shit with that.
Mm-mm.
No, that's the problem.
All right, that was the end, right?
That's it.
All right.
You know what it's time for. News
Dope.
News clips.
News clips.
I love how you're surprised every single week. It's like, oh shit, is it my turn?
Yeah, I am. Let's see what's going on here in the world of news. Breaking news. In an episode of Fuck Around and Find Out, the boys from the Proud Boys over at January 6th have been getting their sentences handed down. And most recently, the leader of the Proud Boys, the
proudest boy.
the proudest Dominican boy, he got hit with the hardest sentence. Homie wasn't even at the January 6th insurrection, by the way. He was, he apparently I think they said he acted as the general instead of the soldier, and so he orchestrated from afar, but did not participate. But he did celebrate a lot afterwards, and I think there was a quote where he had posted somewhere saying, "Make no mistake, we did this." And so they said, yes, you did do this.
You did do this.
22 fucking years.
22 years. Murderers
Now he
get
wishes he
less.
didn't do
Years.
that.
Murderers get less than 22 years. Like manslaughter, bro, you're out in like 5. Fuck that, dude. I love it. That's so great. And then just to see everyone bitch about it, like if you see the post on social media, and I just like to click through the comments and see, what the vibe is like in there, and it's what you would expect. You have your people that are happy, your people that are defending them, your people calling for Hunter Biden's laptop. It's the normal smorgasbord that you see in the
Buttery
You said he's Dominican? You said he's Dominican?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro. I don't understand Latinos or anyone else that's like a minority.
Anyone in general.
I mean, anyone in general, for sure. However,
But specifically
you would think that
Latinos and women.
Yeah.
Latinos, women, and even black folks.
Yeah,
like,
let's say minorities and women.
Exactly. Like in to support, if you really like look at the overall thing, it's like, how can you support this? Because they don't support you in any fucking way. No. So
Now you're doing
I can never
22
wrap my
years.
head. I can never wrap my head around like that shit. But
Like the
funny thing, people all think he's gonna get
what's
pardoned.
his name? The Harrison. I think it's Harrison Williams. Harrison Floyd. Let me just triple check. Yeah, Harrison William Prescott Floyd. He's the guy that was in the Black Voices for Trump, I think was the group.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's still in jail after all his rich white friends posted bond and bail.
Oh, that was the dude that assaulted the Fed.
Yes. Harrison Floyd.
That tracks.
Guaranteed, any of the other ones would have assaulted a Fed, they still would have made bail and still would have been out.
Yeah. It was bullshit though what the judge held him without. Like he refused his bond because he said he was a flight risk and a danger to society.
Is he still locked up?
Yeah,
it's been like over a week, and
it's been over a week. I have not seen an update to the story.
I haven't. I would be shocked if he were still.
Harrison Floyd is what I said his name was.
Yeah, he had like 7 names, but yeah, those were 2 that I do recall.
Let's see.
It's just crazy, bro.
He was finally released. Yes.
Oh, okay. Out of his own recognizance.
Yeah. ROR.
Released on recognizance.
It's just it's crazy to as soon as I saw that, I just had a little chuckle to myself. It's like, yes, see, this exactly what you're going through right now is what you are being a voice for.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, but people don't see it, and I get it. I get it to an extent because a lot of the people that I know personally that are either Republicans or vote for these things tend to ignore all of the shit that we just can't ignore. It's like we can see the good shit that comes from certain things that they pass, but we can't ignore the fuck shit, right? And it's like they're willing to ignore the fuck shit because less taxes or some.
I must
bullshit.
correct myself. He's not Dominican. He's Cuban.
Oh, okay. Either way, I see probably even worse.
Yeah, they tried to actually use his Cuban heritage as a defense.
But a lot of Cuban Americans, for some reason, they connect themselves with white America.
A lot of Cubans. A lot of Cubans are very white Americans.
Sure. They're not treated like that.
In some places, because
I guess
a lot of he doesn't, I don't think, fit the stereotype that I'm gonna put out there. But yeah, a lot of Cubans come from money, right? A lot of those Republican Cubans down in South Florida / Miami, the reason that they're here is because their family owned businesses and had some sort of prominence in Cuba before the socialism took over, took a lot of their, took over a lot of their businesses and control. And so they escaped and came here. And so they're going to be very anti-socialism and anti-democratic type of rule. And they move far over to the conservative space. So it's very typical, I would say, for the South Florida, Miami Cubans to be kind of right wing in that space, and then they have the socialism still as an influence, plus the old school cultural influence of Central, South, and Caribbean America. So that conservatism thing kind of lines up with them, but every other kind of Latino folk that lines up with the right-winged mentality is usually like, bro, you're going against your own interests. Like, these folks don't fuck with you; they're using you. Don't get me wrong, Democrats use us too.
Sure.
Yeah.
But at least we get some benefit out of that use.
Right. It's like at least a quid pro quo type of deal.
I mean, honestly, I guess it's under liberal where you could fucking see the fuckery on every end and admit that, hey, I like this, I don't like that, but this outweighs that for me, and I can't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Whereas, but nowadays it just seems like everyone is. You're either right or left, or you're a liberal pussy.
Libtard.
You know what I mean? Yeah, libtard.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you could talk mad shit, but once the fucking hammer slams down on you, you're gonna be standing in court just like this dude, crying,
correct,
saying to the men and women of law enforcement who answered the call on that day, "I'm sorry. I have always tried to hold myself to a higher standard, and I failed. I failed miserably. I thought of myself morally above others, and this trial has humbled me. So has those 22 years."
Oh, yeah, them 22 years are going to humble him a little bit more than the court.
He's going to be looking real sweet to Big Bubba.
Oof.
Yeah, that's...
And alongside him, we last week, Joe Biggs got 17 years. Zachary Rell got 15 years. Ethan Nordine got 18 years. Yeah.
Damn.
They keep coming after these boys and then getting them.
Love it. Is there more coming, or was he the?
I think he was. I think he was might have been the biggest one. There might be one or two more. I mean, they've had like hundreds of trials already for these January 6th folks that they've caught from, because they were very proud of all the things that they did and recorded themselves, filmed themselves. They're very visible. We saw it happen.
Very proud.
And cheers to them. I hope they enjoy it.
Facts. Y'all hear about y'all remember a while back, very popular documentary on Netflix, The Fire Festival?
Yes.
Where a lot of
Netflix and
bullshit
Hulu
went on. Netflix and Hulu. It was a festival ran by Billy McFarland. Rapper Ja Rule was attached. A bunch of people went to the festival. And it was a shit show. People were served sandwiches, and it was supposed to be like this super crazy or
luxurious,
exclusive, luxurious festival for the rich, and all those people ended up getting duped, enough so that Billy McFarland was actually he went to jail for this shit, right, for this con. Well, he was released from prison, decided that he is going to do a second version of the Fire Festival, right? Fire Festival 2.0. And you would assume that people would not be with this, right? But
I wouldn't.
The show has sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? Like
Maybe they think he can't fuck it up that bad again. Like it has to be legit this time. And God, I hope it's not, because
It's
I'd
either
love to see
that-
those documentaries.
it would be great.
Or it's like, I hope he fucks it up again, and this time I want to be a part of it.
Like the class action lawsuit that's going to follow.
Or that, yeah. I mean, you can't squeeze water out of a rock. Like, how much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just got out of prison. How much bread could this dude have?
Word.
But he's putting on a show. Like, is Ja Rule involved? Do we have any word on the Ja
I don't
Rule
believe
involvement?
So, no. Ja Rule is like pissed because he was attached to that, and he invests in a bunch of different shit, but now he just can't. He just can't shake this fuck. Apparently, he only had like a small stake in it or whatever, but because he was so vocal about it.
Yeah.
He's infamously attached to it.
It's the same with the Proud Boys
he can't
leader.
Shake it.
Right.
He can't shake it in a negative way, right? Like everybody just keeps attaching him to this shit. And meanwhile, this motherfucker went to jail for it. Like he's the one who orchestrated the whole fucking thing. He's doing another one, and literally because pop culture, right? Because we all laughed at it. We all saw the documentary. It became a thing that now everybody's like, yeah, like I want to see, like, what the fuck? Why would you pay for that?
Yeah, that's strange.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
I absolutely would not be.
I hope they put up.
But I'm also not in the target market to have paid for the first one, so I have no idea what.
No, absolutely.
I'm not going to
mindset
anything
of
like
these
that, even
people-
if it were legit.
Word. I mean, that's
Like you said, man. I just want that. I want the next documentary. I hope they all get fucked over.
Oh hell yeah!
Again, even worse.
yeah. Not to the same level, and definitely more of a natural disaster. Is what happened at Burning Man this past week with, folks literally getting stranded in the middle of the desert because a rainstorm came in and dropped like, I don't know, 2 months worth of rain.
I was gonna
in the
say,
middle of
yeah,
the
I saw
desert.
that. It was
Jesus
months
Christ.
worth of rain.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Yeah.
And so it was basically just turned the desert into mud. You're not allowed. Most of the people that are out there are camping, lots of RVs, and
Can't fucking get out.
you can't get out.
drive
Yeah,
their shit.
people tried and they get stuck. Especially the people that are like, oh, this will blow over, and they ended up getting trapped. There was some crazy ass photos of just, you see like all the cars like trying to leave, and they're like in that direction of moving out of the area, and they're just stuck, all of them.
Yeah.
I think I saw there was Diplo and Chris Rock and Sidney Crawford and a whole bunch of like famous folks that were there, because it's basically turned into a festival where a lot of influencers and celebrities go to instead of the
like
the
Coachella.
hippie folks that used to be there. Yeah, basically. They ended up like literally just trekking it out. Like they were just like, well, you can't stop us from walking. And they walked for like 3 or 4 hours before like some like folks in cars saw them, and at that point, like they were far enough away from the destruction that they were able to kind of hitchhike their way back to a normal town, and so they can get to an airport. But that's another kind of, the fuck are you doing in the desert? Just like
That's what you get, honestly, for
rip
even thinking
drugs
that's a
and
good idea.
burn a giant wooden
Man.
statue.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the porta potties were overflowing. They
Yeah,
couldn't get the
porta potties
trucks
were
in to
overflowing.
empty
Ugh.
it, so like people couldn't shit or piss any. Like,
Yeah.
imagine going into a porta potty and it's full. Like the water's right there, bro.
Ugh.
Oh,
Nah, I'm good on that. That's why I can't go to shit like that anyway.
there's no
You
bidets.
can't pay me to fucking.
Yeah, I know. It's
You
tough
can't pay
out
me
there.
to go to one of those
No
fucking
bidets.
festivals, bro.
You got a natural bidet. Just shit outside. The rainwater will wash
Just
that
dip
shit
your
down.
ass in there.
Yeah,
It's
just-
full, son. You'll
Just
get that
scoop
shit
the
real
water
wet.
and splat it on your ass.
Splash it up there. Yeah, the blue shit water.
Yeah, absolutely. At that point,
sure.
it's probably cleaner than anything that's on your fucking body anyway.
Speaking of shit, did you guys see the Delta Airlines flight? I don't know if this was on the news docket or not. There was a flight going from Atlanta to, I want to say it was going to Spain. It was like an international flight that had to turn around because a passenger had explosive diarrhea on the plane. And they were trying to get to the bathroom. So they shit all the way down the aisle of this plane. And the captain of the plane declared it a biohazard.
Yeah.
And they had to just turn the fuck around, bro. And there was today, just before we started recording, there was video footage of what the plane looked like when people offboarded it. And it's just this camera panning down the aisle of this plane, bro, and there's just paper towel and towels and just shit every 2 feet.
Find this footage.
Oh, dude.
I gotta see this.
No, dude, it was real. Even before the footage, bro, just like reading about it, it was fucking gnarly. And then seeing the footage, and I think Barstool had like reposted it a couple times on their different accounts. But it was just really gnarly. And I imagined myself on that flight, and as much as it would suck to not get to your destination, like I think that's the right call. You have to just turn the fuck around. It's not like somebody had explosive diarrhea in the bathroom. Like, it's just throughout the fucking plane. And I guess they tried to cover it up with some like vanilla scented cleaner. And one of the passengers said that it made it smell like vanilla shit. Gnarly.
Shit.
Just shook a turd out of his fucking pant leg.
Oh no, this was a wet turd. Sprayed a turd out of his pant leg down the aisle. I don't know if it was a male or female. I don't think they specified, or I didn't see that part.
Yeah. Oh, if it was a female, she just had a skirt.
Right. Yeah. What was this person wearing that it still got all the way down? Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Let's get some sound on that if we can. Oh.
I don't necessarily know.
I could see the brown.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, all the way down, bro.
Oh my God.
What the fuck are you wearing that the poop is dripping out of your clothing?
Look at that right there. That's the spot.
I mean,
right
if
there.
it's just liquid and it's just flowing and explosive, I guess it could just run down and come out the pant leg if you're wearing pants.
I'm gonna say it was a lady wearing short shorts.
Oh my God!
It can't be can't be like a guy wearing jeans. Like, that shit's not gonna run.
I mean, not skinny. If he had Jinkos on, maybe.
That's got to be like those odd fucking people that like crush some wild ass shit at the fucking airport.
It was probably
jumping onto a plane,
stomach flu or something. I don't necessarily know that it was something wild that they ate, but I mean, we don't know. It could be anything. There's so many things that cause diarrhea, but I assumed it was just like a GI sort of virus.
Ugh.
Because that's bad. Yeah, that's.
That's fucking gross. Glad it wasn't me though.
Right? Newsworthy for sure. If you were on that plane with your silent gas, you'd be good to go. You just blame it on the shitter.
I've had like bad like stomach pain. Not necessarily that I had to shit, but it was like gas on a plane. And I would just I would try to get the silent ones out. I mean, what the fuck can you do? It's you're in pain, or you make your way to the fucking.
You make your way to the restroom and you relieve yourself like a normal human being.
Sure, they didn't stink, thank God, but still.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a different story then. If they didn't stink,
I know. Like you said, it wasn't warm.
Hot. It wasn't a hot.
It wasn't a hot. No.
Okay. If it's
I try
hot,
not to eat.
Get the fuck out of it.
I try not to eat anything that I know that would possibly be questionable, that would fuck with me, to cause me to have to shit on an airplane, bro.
You never
know. You know what I mean?
So many.
And if I do eat something like that, it's because the next plane I get onto is a quick hour and a half flight to where I gotta go, and it's not as bad. So, other than that, it's just straight up, I don't know, snacks like peanuts and just like shit to hold me over until I get to that other spot.
Got it all planned out.
Right.
I try to be. Because,
Sure, this person did too before they shat down the aisle.
No, I'm pretty sure they did not.
We'll find
We
out.
never know.
We'll get to
Never
the bottom
know.
of
That's
this.
just gross,
we'll,
though.
We'll interview them. They'll come forward in the next week or so. They'll talk about it.
Sure.
When I was younger, I swore I had like IBS because I would just have to like. It's like what movie was that where he said every shit is an emergency? Oh, Louis C.K. right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what are my eating habits? Every shit is an emergency. Does that tell you my eating habits?
I think Bert Kreischer said the same thing.
Probably. Bert Kreischer is fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
by the way.
he's very gross.
Yeah.
Bro, it still makes me cringe that he said his absolute, like, one of his favorite things in the world is sitting on a toilet seat.
That's
on
warm.
a public toilet seat that's still warm from the person that sat on it before him.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that just reminds you that other people use the toilet. That's all that does. That's very
That
bad.
is fucking gross. It's just like, it's warm. That is my absolute favorite
I don't even
thing.
like that in my house. Like if I stand
No.
in it, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna be like, God
Why is
damn
this
it,
warm?
who
Why
sat
is
here
this
before
warm?
me? This should be freezing.
Cliff, what the fuck were you doing?
This is weird. It's so hot.
Oh man, are toilet seat warmers a thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Are they?
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can get.
I come
those
to your house
Japanese
and I sit
toilets.
there.
Those
I sit there
Japanese
for a half
toilets come
hour.
with the bidet and the toilet seat warmer built in.
Mm-hmm.
Need that shit in my life.
You get like a Sony
Nah.
toilet.
Shitting in style, bro.
Gross.
You go to sit down as soon as it feels the weight of you. How are you, Joaquin?
How are you, Joaquin? Oh, you've lost 7 pounds, Joaquin.
Oh, you've lost a little weight.
And then it
amazing,
checks
by
your
the way.
poop. It's like the iron content in your poop is pretty high, bro. You should chill out on the beef.
There's an awful lot of corn in your diet. Were you
Yeah.
eating tacos? Or were you having barbecue?
Did you say Tom Walls? Are you having Tom
Tacos
Walls?
or barbecue?
It knows Tom Walls specifically.
Yeah,
It's like, do you have Tom Walls? Do you have a Wahlburger, bro?
You went a little too hard on the ketchup.
Not as much meat hot sauce next time, Joaquin. It's like her. It's like Scarlett Johansson and her. That's what
You're going real into the her territory. It's very personal. Very personal.
I'm loving your toilet. I would have I'd go in there all the time and just shoot the shit with her. And be
just-
like, yo, what's good? You sound fine as a motherfucker. What's up? Toilet
I don't
seat.
gotta poop right now. I just want to chill. I should move. I
How are
should
you,
put a
Dave?
TV up in this bitch. We could just. I could just sit on you. You want me to sit on your face?
Right? You start getting a boner when you're on the toilet and you're like, is it going to hit the seat? Is it going to hit the seat? I don't know.
That's the worst, bro.
Why you getting a boner on the toilet, son? What you talking about?
I mean, it happens sometimes, bro.
You're like,
That's
you're
Bollywood.
scrolling Twitter.
Bollywood,
You're
yeah.
scrolling Twitter
Yeah,
on the
you got-
shitter
you
and
got-
you see some big ass
Yeah.
cheeks and you're like, oh, shit. That's exactly how it goes.
Oh shit, that is exactly how that shit goes.
And then you're like, no. You scroll past it. You're like, don't get a boner on the toilet. Come
Get
on.
this shit out of here. Get that shit out of
Just
here.
close the app.
Fuck.
Turn your phone off.
Fuck.
Baseball.
Oh shit!
Let me get this. The fuck.
So you can't be scrolling Twitter on the toilet, cut.
Oh man. Nah, definitely not. Can't watch Twitter on the toilet. That's.
Not Twitter.
Oh man. That was
Let's see
fucked.
what else I got here.
The news segment.
Great transition here. But as you can see, if you are watching on the tubes, if you're not, if you're just listening to our beautiful voices, I'm rocking the creamsicle today for my boys at the Bucks because when you hear this episode tonight, Thursday, NFL is
shit.
back, baby. Football is back.
Football is back.
Like, degenerate gambling addiction is back. Fantasy
Insensitive
football
Culture
is back
League.
for you fools that joined the Insensitive Culture Fantasy Football League. We back. We about
Weekly,
to do
we're
some
gonna-
wild shit.
Appreciate you joining.
We're gonna recap the matchups every week. We're gonna have a little fantasy football segment. We're just gonna go through the scores. And we're gonna
Ooh, I like
we're gonna
that.
do a little
shit.
dissection. We can do it like after the questions or before, whenever. We'll figure it out. But I definitely want to
Yeah.
talk about it and just pop a little shit and see what's going on week
Well,
to
I like
week.
that.
If-
Right after questions,
It's
we'll do
already
a little-
started, bro. It's
With the
already
ESPN
started,
sound?
bro.
I don't know.
People,
it's one of those.
It already started. Fucking Donald hit me up for something random. We talked for a second, then he was like, "Oh, by the way, you're a bitch for auto drafting."
He sent me the same thing. He said that's what we should make the title of this episode was like auto drafting is for bitches or something. Yeah,
Auto
something
drafting
very
is for bitches.
something very specific like that. Yeah.
Well, I was like, I was moving, and I would try to catch it, and it would already have gone by my. So I just wasn't catching it to a point where it
Right.
just started auto drafting. I was like, oh fuck.
As long as you get the first few picks, those are usually the most important. After that, it's just
You're right. Yeah.
not
Yeah,
as,
it's
not
my
as a
it's
big
my
deal.
first. It's my first shot at fucking final or
Final Fantasy.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, fantasy drafting or fantasy football.
Yeah, this is
It's my first
the
shot,
first
so.
week or the last weekend before football starts, and so I had I could have swore before the season started I said I wasn't I'm not gonna do any final or fuck now you got me saying that.
No, I got you, son.
I said I wasn't gonna play any fantasy leagues this year, and I as the closer we got to it, like they just kept on peppering me, not really peppering me specifically with questions, but it was more just like, hey, here's the updates for the league that you're a part of, and we're doing this and we're doing that, and make sure you download your app and you log in so you make sure you're ready for the draft and all of that. I was just like, I guess these people are really expecting me to be a part of it, and I don't want to disappoint anyone, so.
And you got suckered into two
I
other
got sucked
leagues
in,
on top
yes.
of that.
So this past weekend, I swear I was in probably 4 drafts plus the draft that I did last weekend that Dave suckered me into, and yeah, now I'm like 5
like a
fucking
grand
fantasy
deep.
leagues. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I've missed most of every single draft that I've been in. Most of them I've gotten decent scores, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, flexing those A's.
Yeah, preseason adjustments for the athletes that I drafted. Apparently, or / auto drafted, because like there was in whatever the hell Dave's homies league that I joined in last minute. I was like returning my boat rental, and so there was no like signal on the fucking boat, and I basically missed like the first 3 rounds, and finally got in after that. And then for the last couple of, I had like 2 leagues that were literally back to back. Like one was at 7 and one was at 8. I had another league on Saturday night that drafted. There was just so many that it was just like, oh fuck! Like I don't know how many times I said that this week.
Oh
and was
fuck!
like,
I got a draft.
This draft started 20 minutes ago and I missed it.
Yeah.
But fuck fantasy football. I'm all about the FanDuel / DraftKings sportsbook apps.
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in.
Trying to make some money.
And they're not a
off of this.
sponsor.
They are not yet.
Put in your code insensitive for
yeah,
20%
exactly.
off of your.
This year I'm definitely going to make an effort to watch as many games as I can.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, now you have players on every team, right? Or almost every team.
Yeah, more teams than the Falcons.
Exactly. So there's more of an incentive to watch more games than just Falcons games because you got to see what your players did.
Got to make sure they're hitting. And once you're in a money league, then it really matters. Once there's actual bread on the line, then you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, bench this motherfucker who hasn't been doing shit.
Yep.
I was introduced to something this week that I thought was very interesting. Not going to run it for any leagues this year, but It's a possibility. Maybe we could talk about it and throw it out last year. Have y'all ever? Well, I'm sure Walk hasn't since this is his first year. But Dave, have you ever heard of a guillotine league?
I literally just heard about it on a fantasy football show the other day, right? Where there's like 17 teams and weekly the lowest score, the loser drops off and you just keep. That's wild. That sounds crazy dope, actually.
Yeah, because by the end of the season, like the few teams that are left, like you can pick up all the players that have dropped off.
they go right back in the
like
pool, bro.
The last teams, like you have fucking
that's the sickest matchup.
Rank. The last few weeks, it sounds really fucking interesting. I would absolutely be down.
I'd never heard of it until this year too, and then when I heard what it was, I was like, "That sounds kind of dumb." And then the more I thought about it, I was like, "Oh, that sounds kind of sweet, actually." The more I want to fuck with. Maybe next year we'll find one.
Yeah. Maybe we'll fuck with that next year. I don't know if that's a new thing or not. It's the first time I ever heard of it, but
same.
By the time I heard of it, I had. None of my leagues were available to switch over or even consider that. But I did convince one of my leagues to start doing weekly payouts. I think we had to double the buy-in. Buy-in entrance fee. It used to be $50. We doubled it to $100 so that we could do like $30 payouts. I think it's $35 a week for top scorer through the rest of the year. But either way, super excited for football, super excited for fantasy football. I know my team's going to suck this year, so this is more about just, more about other teams. Everybody else's team.
Yeah, exactly. Taking my mind off of my team, Green Bay Packers, who are in for a season.
I didn't realize this was. I when I found out the date of the game and event, I thought, I don't know. I just felt like it was going to be like, I don't know, week 3 or week 4 or something for some reason. But next week actually, I am going to my first Monday Night Football game. I will be at the Bills versus Jets game on Monday night. At MetLife. I'll get to see Aaron Rodgers playing for his new team and
Josh Allen.
Go against, a divisional game against Josh Allen, the local Buffalo guys.
That's tight.
It should be fun. I'm super excited more for like the tailgating and getting drunk part of it. Hoping I just peace out of work really early and just start tailgating super early.
You got it.
And drinking.
I want to do more of that. I've only been to one game, and it was a good experience. But I just feel like there's more that I haven't experienced yet. And tailgating really in those type of games is really the fun part because other than that, watching the games at home is way better unless you're on like. You're
100%
like damn near on the field and shit,
Yeah.
But tailgating seems to be the best part of that because I went to a Bills game. For those of you who don't know, we're in Rochester, New York. We're only about an hour away from Buffalo, so they are the team that like almost everybody here roots for. And so those are the only real games that we are able to go to. Yeah, or against, right. And the seats were fucking nosebleed, which, by the way, let me tell you, like those stadiums, I don't know if it's just, the Buffalo stadium, but them shits are narrow as fuck. Like it felt like, you get up to the top there and it feels like you just trip and you're just going to fall forever, fall
straight
bro.
forward, right?
For real, son. That shit is crazy. But I don't know. I want to experience that more. I want to do more of that 100%. Shit.
Tailgate. I think you're 100% right. The tailgating is the best part of it.
It's the reason to go.
The reason to go.
For sure.
I've done. I've actually the first few like football games that I went to when I lived in the Rock, and I went to Bills games. Never tailgated. Just kind of like showed up and probably drank in the car on the way there or something like that. And,
Horrible.
And then mostly drank in the stadium, buying like $20 beers or whatever. And then the first couple times that I was able to like tailgate, it was like a life-changing experience. And I found actually the last football game that I went to was here in New Jersey at MetLife. My girl Joyce found a freaking like a tailgating experience person or whatever, like a club or whatever. I don't. Basically, it was a fucking. They sold tickets to their tailgating thing, and it was a open bar buffet. So it was all you can eat, all you can drink at this, this person's setup in the parking lot. And fucking God, I was pretty damn wasted before we even got into the stadium, which is the best part.
That was the only time I did that was because someone set that up, right?
Nice.
They rented a like a school bus. And from there, they had like coolers, they had everything, and everyone just jumped on the school bus. We headed out. They did the whole tailgating experience. Man, we need to figure some shit out, man. Make an insensitive fucking tailgating experience. Right, and this is coming from the guy who very early on in the shows was like, unpopular opinion, sports is a waste of time. I get it.
That's right.
It's all about drinking. It's really not the sport.
It's all, drinking is
the
really is.
Drinking.
The guys said they like to go golfing. It's just about the drinking.
Exactly.
It's about the drinking, that kind of experience. So, I'm down. We need to set some shit up like that and just, even if it's not an insensitive culture thing, if it's just like the homies, we all head out and just have a good fucking time. We'll have to do some shit like that, man.
100%. That shit will be dope. I would absolutely go up for some shit like that. Anyways, NFL is dope.
Dave won't, but we'll
excited.
still miss you, homie.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. If not this year, next. We'll make sure. Either we go to a Bills game or to a 49ers game.
49ers game. Yeah, the Levi Stadium's only like 10 minutes from here, so that's doable.
There you go.
Shit, I'd rather go to that because it's gonna be warm.
Warm and sunny, baby.
Yeah.
All right, last thing that I had, I just wanted to get y'all take on. Apparently, there's this therapist in Boise, Idaho. I haven't found like a full photo description of homie yet. Oh no, now I have. Yeah, she's all right. So she's turned herself into a sex therapist. And the way that she therapizes her folks, therapizes? I don't know if that's a real
Is that?
thing,
I was gonna say, is that the word?
I'm gonna say that it is. Yeah, it works. She claims that she has saved numerous marriages by applying her unique methods for spicing up activity in the bedroom.
She offers blowjobs during the session.
More than that. She goes straight up and keeps things very erotica. In many cases, she will focus her attention solely on one individual in one-on-one sessions. Other times, she will happily hop into bed with couples for a tantalizing demonstration.
Oh, man.
I like this.
What is that? Do we have prices? For
yeah. What are the rates on something like this?
Go for it.
I'm just saying.
Less than $100, because this might change my life.
Asking for a friend.
Yes, not for me at all. I just want to know what goes into this.
Babe, if you're watching, just know we're going to therapy.
Couples therapy.
Yes, we're going to couples therapy. We
Team
need this.
Skeet.
I'm doing this for us, babe. I
This is
swear.
because I care about
I set
us.
this up
so
for
we
us.
care
Yeah.
about us.
Yeah. And our
I
future.
just
Oh, you don't
want to make sure we survive.
You don't want to participate? You really? You're just gonna
and then
toss my feelings aside?
It's all fun and games till you show up and the therapist is Johnny Sins.
Yo, the crazy thing is,
no, we cool, baby. We don't.
Nah, hell no. Babe, why the fuck are we here?
Why are we?
What you
Well, I
talking
told
about?
you this is a waste of fucking time.
Fucking Johnny Sins or Lexington Steel. No.
no.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
They're like, okay, we got J Mac.
Fuck that. You know who J Mac is.
We all know who J Mac is.
Reality Kings, baby.
So, one, the fact that she lives in Idaho and is successful at this is kind of wild. And two, she's making like $500,000 a year off of this.
You sure she's not from Idaho? I'm sorry.
Idaho. Ooh, got her. This bitch. Is this not prostitution? Like, what's the line? I don't know what Idaho prostitution laws are like in Boise or how she gets away with this.
I mean, they're not coming to her specifically just for sex.
If they're giving her money and she's having sex with them, I feel like that's prostitution, no?
I mean, they're not paying her for the sex. They're paying her for the therapy. The sex is free.
Loopholes, baby.
It's like a sticker law. I'm just paying for this sticker. The sex is free, bro.
I'm paying for the advice. She's having sex because she wants to.
Right.
It's like buying marijuana in fucking New York State.
Exactly.
You're paying for the membership. The marijuana came for free.
It's just a consultation, guys. It's just a consultation. I'm just a guide.
Put your dick in here. Mm-hmm.
Yep. She's.
What's she look like? Yeah. Do we have a picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
see this.
What just happened? Oh, here
I'll
we
tell
go.
you if this therapy's worth it or not.
At this point, if the meth addict on that corner that I seen is offering it, I might consider.
She's offering. She gonna go in. Let's see. Here we go. There she goes.
Oh, what?
Oh, damn. Yeah. Okay. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, did we? I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd still be in.
Like a part of a fitness muscularity thing happening, but
it's doable.
I don't know.
It's doable.
I'd still be in. I'm saying though, what are the prices? Right.
With the rates?
Well, for a consultation, okay.
Just a consultation with them titties.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The listeners are like, why is it so quiet right now? Good thing I'm not watching this on the toilet.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, don't watch it on the toilet.
Don't watch it on the toilet.
Yeah,
no, I mean.
No, inside of the bowl, bro.
I can definitely. Yeah, inside of the bowl. That's the cringe part, bro.
I know. That's why
shit
it's
is
so
touching
gross.
the bowl
so
wall.
gross.
Like, oh.
You're at the mall shitting. You gotta untuck your bone at that point. You gotta pull it out. You gotta pull it out from the toilet. And
At least that I was gonna say that earlier. At least
to a baseball game early.
At least on the public toilets, it's like
there's the gap in the ring there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that horseshoe. It has the gap. You're like it's very minimal risk.
If you got a big ass dick,
porcelain,
you hitting it.
The porcelain, bro.
Ain't no gap in the porcelain.
First of all, no. Avoid Twitter at all costs when you're on a public toilet.
In my case, avoid TikTok too.
Yeah, that too. Fucking no. I mean, yeah, I can see how for sure these fucking old ass couples. You know, these fucking white dudes. You know who I'm talking about. Those rich.
Okay,
Yep, those old
potato
fucking
farmers. They're like, I can't pleasure my wife anymore. I need this hot broad to come in and jerk me
all those
off.
dudes that own the boats where all the hot girls are hanging out at every summer. those are the guys having this therapy and paying her for that shit. You know that.
Facts.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah. Fucking nice.
I wouldn't be opposed. She wasn't that bad.
Might let that rock. Might let that rock.
I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse.
For sure.
Let that rock, fake ass lips and all.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
I may jump in.
I'll slide.
Yeah, as many, like, ever since I found out what upside down pineapples were, when you see them out in the world, it's not surprising.
No.
It's not surprising. They're paying her. They're paying her for her services.
Oh shit! All right.
want
Well,
some
now
price.
I gotta.
What'd you find now?
There's way
What is
too
that?
many. There's Jesus Christ. How many photos are in this? Is this TMZ? No, this is the Daily Mail. No wonder. All right, this story literally just popped up on the side, and I just like clicked on it, and now I'm like, oh fuck! Like I guess I gotta share this. The story itself, I don't really care about. Sasha Obama.
Obama
was
daughter?
caught. Obama's daughter was caught smoking a cigarette outside. Oh darn!
Why is this news?
The news. The reason that it's catching my eye is not that she's smoking the cigarettes, but that she's smoking the cigarettes while wearing a quite skimpy bikini. And I don't know. Looking at this, I'm like, interesting. Okay, all right, yeah, whatever. not bad. Oh, okay, okay, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Sasha.
Is she
okay.
the youngest one or the
What
oldest one?
fuck?
Whoa, why is she cupping her boobies like
why
that?
she's cupping her boobs on this photo?
I don't want the paparazzi to see my breasts.
Can't possibly be that. It's more yeah.
She's
It's like I'm
stretching.
just adjusting. She's just
She's
adjusting.
slowly
but
turning
it's,
into Nicki Minaj in the face.
How old
yeah.
is she? How old are the daughters
22.
now? Is that-
This one is 22. I don't know if she's the.
He had to look that up
think
before he
she's the
shared it
younger.
with the.
No, it was in the headline.
That's why he clicked on it.
Yes.
Oh man.
You know, like, okay.
She smokes, she pokes.
She smokes, she pokes.
That's what I've heard.
I like it.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So is that that's all we have for news and random bullshit?
Yeah.
Hollywood. All right. I don't really have anything to talk about in Hollywood, so we're just gonna end the episode here.
Yeah.
It's only been 228 days or whatever since the strike started.
No. Right.
Strike watch.
I mean, we could
watch.
start with that, talking about the SAG-AFTRA and the Writers Guild strike. So it actually gets a little bit deeper. So it looks like SAG-AFTRA, the board voted unanimously to send strike authorization for the video game industry, meaning that I believe the video game industry requested permission to strike for better pay.
Oh, did they?
I believe so. From what I've read, they requested this permission, and this is what prompted for SAG-AFTRA to vote on this, and they gave them the go ahead. So. Unless these companies, which include Insomniac, Disney, WB, Epic, Activision, EA, like a ton of games,
Major studios. Yeah.
Major
those
studios.
are the majors. Yeah.
If they can't meet the demands, then they are okay to go on strike as of right now. Just adding on to this and just pushing it into the gaming world. So
there's been like $5 billion in economy lost because of this strike so far.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, but you know, and the crazy thing is to think about this, right? Is a lot of the smaller studios are like, yeah, we'll pay you.
Yeah.
Right. And it's the fucking big conglomerates, the big fucking studios that are just like, no, we don't want to pay you that.
Somebody just went on a rant about that. Was it Adam? What's his face from Star Wars? The big nose guy.
Driver.
Adam Driver. Yeah. Adam Driver just went on a whole rant. I don't know if he was at some sort of interview or con of sorts, but he said specifically
I do know that he was allowed. So the Ferrari movie that he is playing, Enzo Ferrari, is produced by an independent studio. And so because it's produced by an independent studio, he was allowed to promote it. So it could have been during that when he was promoting
I think that was, because it seemed like it was like a press type interview. Like when you see the video, like, you know, when they sit in front of the curtain and shit, like, you know what those look like. And it looked like one of those. And he was saying exactly that. He's like, we have all these smaller studios that are like, yep, we'll pay you what you need, what's fair, you know, whatever needs to get this done. And then the major studios just tell everyone to fuck off, basically.
I mean, they did have that one option put on the table recently that was being promoted by Zaslav from Discovery / Warner Brothers, HBO, and
Max,
and Bob Iger with Disney. They were the ones promoting it, which I thought was kind of interesting with all the bullshit that we've heard about them recently. And it seemed good on the surface. I don't know whatever happened to that. Has there been an update to that, or I haven't heard anything from what if they voted on it or what it was. But from what I recall, like they were getting kind of a lot of what they asked for, but maybe weren't getting, you know, the specific numbers or amounts. But I know there was definitely stuff like they were getting paid for, like, for the whole AI thing. Like they would still get paid even with the AI writers coming in and stuff like that. So it was kind of interesting to hear, especially again because we heard so much shit about like Bob Iger saying they were going to drive this shit to. Well, I don't think it was Bob Iger, but people were saying that that they were going to, you know, ride it through like October and wait for people's mortgages to fall and leases to break and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean they're just losing so much money, and at the end of the day, fucking pay these people.
Yeah,
these people are just they're just trying to get by and fucking pay their bills. We've said this, you know, for however long it's been going on. Just pay them, you know. These like Bob Iger, really? Like, is it really gonna hurt your fucking your pockets? Is it really gonna hurt the company to just pay what they're asking for? They're not asking for a majority stake,
right?
You know, it's
like not outlandish. The demands are not crazy. I sent the graphic, and even though the numbers they were kind of a little skewed, it was basically like what the bargain, you know, the deal that they had on the table would have cost each studio. And I think the number they compared it to was like not their profits, but like their net gain. And Johnny, you said something along the lines of like, you know, why were they using that number? That makes it look weird. But the number of, you know, what this would cost these studios was literally nothing. And I just saw something that Warner Brothers, somebody just lost $500 million since the strike. Like there's, you know, these companies, they're feeling it, and they're still not budging.
Not budging. Yeah. It's insane. But, you know, hopefully this will come to an end soon, because we all want our content, but we want to get our content, and
we want to feel good about it. I don't want to feel like I'm, you know, taking food out of people's mouths for, you know, streaming a show and they're not getting any bread from it. Like that's shitty.
Yeah. And for, you know, there's a shit ton of people out there that are saying like all these celebrities, you know, they're making millions off it. No, you're thinking about the minority.
Yeah. The 2% of SAG that makes, you know, has a shitload of money, and everyone else is just trying to fucking make it every month.
No, they're all just banding together for the little people that are. I mean, we've again we've covered it. We don't have to go deep into all of that, but like there are writers of hit shows, right, where the shows are making billions, and they're struggling to just like to even pay their bills, because the shit is not fair. Johnny, you look like you came across
something.
I came across this. I mean, I came across this headline on Deadline. Headline on Deadline. You know, fucking Bill Maher. I got a love-hate relationship with the guy, which is kind of his whole thing, right?
Like, yeah, it is.
That's his shtick is you'll never know where I go.
Right.
So he's criticizing this strike. He's saying that they're asking for things, quote, that are like kooky. And he says, what I find objectable about the philosophy of the strike seems to be that they have morphed a long way from the 2007 strike, where they kind of believe that you're owed a living as a writer and you're not. This is show business. This is the make it or miss it league. I'm not saying they don't have points, but you're not owed a living as a writer.
Why the fuck not?
I understand I think what he's getting at, what he's trying to get at, right? You're not owed a living, but when, you know, and from there are a shit ton of shows that make it nowhere, right? And when those shows make it to nothing, then yeah, that falls into what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But when you are a writer, a head writer, doesn't matter. You are a writer on a show that's been running for seasons and they're making numbers and it's considered a hit. And the actors are all making millions of dollars because this show is a hit. Yeah. And you can't even afford to pay your fucking rent off of the royalties or whatever it is that you know you're supposed to be getting from this. There's a problem there.
Yeah.
And those are the people. Those are the people that are fighting for it, right? Or those are the people that are really suffering. So I understand. Yes, it is supposed to be that, like, you're supposed to fight to get to a certain point. But if you are fighting to get to that point, right, to be a writer on a hit show, you make it there and you still struggle to put fucking food on your plate and to pay your rent, to live, you know, paycheck to paycheck. There's a problem.
And that's why they're striking.
Agreed. But,
correct.
You know, do you take into account, this is, you know, the struggle of striking, do you take into the account the tangential hurt that you're causing by going on strike, right? Like all the additional people that are not part of your union that are getting hurt, right? All these, you know, the food workers and the associates and the you know, the runners and the teamsters and all these people that are not doing anything now, because
they should be pressuring the studio.
Well, then you know what? Then the studios are the ones who are hiring these people, and they have a duty to make sure that everyone is taken care of. And they don't want to pay the people who are asking for a fair fucking wage. They could have ended this a month ago, 2 months ago. They could have ended it by just paying them what they're owed.
Yeah, the studios are the bad guys.
Does that fall on the people who are striking because they feel like they are not?
I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying.
In that, I think that in this statement, I agree with Bill Maher, and where he's saying you're either for the strike, like they're fucking Che Guevara out there, or you're with Trump. Like, there's no difference. There's only two camps, and it's much more complicated than that. And that's where I agree, where it's like you can't 100% be like, because I am for the writers, right? I'm like, pay these people their fucking wages, but I also believe that there are nuances that I'm not aware of because I'm not enough entrenched in the in the industry to really know 100%. And the bigger problem is the last quote from him is that, you know, they're striking against people who are really big in the streaming space. Now the streamers are looking for a get out of jail card because they overspent, right? And that's why they're underpaying. But they have a ton of stuff in stock. Like, they have a bunch of stuff in the bank. They have no reason to settle.
That bank's gonna run out
Eventually,
like,
yes.
I'm sure they have enough stuff, but you know,
who lasts the longest is going to be the
yeah.
question.
That's where
If
we're.
they have
That is
so
the
much
question.
in the bank,
Yeah.
and they can keep dropping
Right.
movies and dropping shows and making
It's a
money.
game of chicken. It's a
People
game of
haven't
chicken.
stopped, you know, canceled their Disney subscriptions or their Netflix
Nope.
subscriptions or their HBO Max subscriptions. These are the big players in the game. Nobody's canceling those subscriptions over the strike because content keeps on dropping.
We're waiting it out.
You know, now Disney did push a whole bunch of shit back, which I'm sure Wak will bring up at some point. But
He's like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
I don't know that.
So much I forgot about.
I don't know that it's either close enough to us or detrimental enough that it's really gonna, you know, cause the consumer market to turn against studios. Because I think at this point, most of the consumer sentiment around this is like, man, whatever, just like get it done. Like I don't think it's yet hurt or choked us.
We don't really have a dog in the race. We're just spectators, basically.
Yeah, and because of that, it's
I
kind
think
of
that's
worked in the
allowing
studio's
this
favor.
Yeah, that's definitely working in the studio's favor. If they started seeing their subscriptions drop, if somebody could organize a mass cancellation, and I'm talking like on a legit scale where they're gonna fucking see it and feel it, that would be one thing. But to do that it's impossible. Like, you know, no one's gonna. It's not gonna come to that. I think people are indifferent enough, and we have enough options right now that it's not affecting us. Really? Like, yeah, we're bitching about it.
I wouldn't mind canceling a shit ton of subscriptions that I'm subscribed to, but right now I just can't.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely on the side of I understand it trickles down. And who is it really hurting?
Yeah.
But in the end, the people who can put a stop to it, that it really would not affect them as much as they make it out to be, are the studios. And they could literally put a stop to it tomorrow and just be like, all right.
They don't want to get
demands.
punked. They don't want to set that precedent. Like, yeah, whenever you don't get what you want, this is what you do.
It's the
and
politics.
We'll cave,
it's the politics behind it.
For sure.
And you know, you can point fingers and say who is it hurting, but those comments by Bill Maher, you know, it's pretty much telling them like, okay, well now we're at the point where you guys need to just give up because it's hurting the smaller people. And it's like, but what exactly are we giving up, right? We are the content creators. We make this what it is, and we give you the full, like, everything, every inch of value that you have is because of us. And really, like, and we have to like live paycheck to paycheck when you can literally give us like a tiny percentage, and, you know, and it would put us in a better position to make sure that we that we can continue to pump out this content for you. Yeah. And, you know, and you can then trickle down and pay these people. You could put an end to this, right? And it's, I don't know. It's to me, it's not on the people that are striking. The people are striking for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not up to them to figure out what the smaller people are. You know, I'm not saying that they're less important, but you know, it's essentially it's the studio that are hiring these people. So if you really care about the people that are lower on the totem pole, then fucking just, I don't know, Pay the people that are actually making you your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I did find an update to that offer that was made, which, again, I thought was a good starting point.
Yeah,
I
that's
won't
right. I
say
remember
that
we
it was
talked about
fair or unfair. I thought it was a good starting point.
Sure.
The WGA basically said that it was neither nothing nor nearly enough. They sat down with the AMPTP president, who represents the studios. Also, Bob Iger was there, Netflix's Ted Sarandos, NBC Universal's Donna Langley, and David Zaslav from Warner Brothers Discovery. And he said, during the meeting with the CEOs, we spent 2 hours explaining that though progress has been made, the language of the AMPTP's offer was, as is typical of that body, a version of giving with one hand and taking back with the other. So despite the AMPTP's attempt at a detour around us, we remain committed to direct negotiations with the companies. That's how a deal gets done and a strike ends. So they're still open to communications and negotiations, but it doesn't look like they were at all happy with what that offer was. I didn't look into it too deeply at the onset, at the face of it. I thought it was like, oh, that looks like a pretty good starting point, at least for negotiations. But if they're saying it's giving with one hand and taking with the other, then there must have been something
something we didn't
not get off of that headline reading.
Yeah,
and
something
analysis.
we weren't privy to.
Yeah.
Word. All right, so let's jump into a little bit of some rumors in the MCU world.
Ooh, I missed these.
Yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. There's a big rumor right now that the writers for the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars have been canned.
Was that a rumor? I thought that was confirmed.
Everything that I've been seeing has been that it is a rumor from credible sources.
That one dude, Michael something, that wrote something recently.
Yeah.
He was. I liked him a lot. Whatever he wrote was really good. I can't remember what the Michael Waldrip.
Yeah. Well, it's Jeff Loveless is no longer attached to the Kang Dynasty, and Michael Waldron. Has been removed from Secret Wars.
Yeah. What did Waldron write recently? He just did something for Marvel that was fire.
Waldron.
I remember being like, damn, he's going to write that? Fuck yeah. I was super pumped about it. And then I saw he got canned from it, and I don't...
I mean, he was a writer on Loki, and he did...
Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe he was just a Loki writer.
No, I mean he's done. He's written for Rick and Morty. He wrote for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange, yeah. Okay.
Loki.
Yeah, so he's written.
And he
some
also wrote for Heels.
Shit. For what? Heels?
It was a show called Heels, where it's the WW wrestling. Like wrestling heels.
It's a wrestling based show. Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I know of it.
Sure. Right. Those were his
credits.
So yeah,
that bums me out.
Those are his credits, but
I like that too.
I honestly think that is more of a part of the plan for Disney. Where they're trying to increase the quality of the content that they are going to be releasing down the road.
By hiring different writers.
Yeah, because honestly, I mean, Multiverse of Madness I enjoyed, but it had its issues. Loki, definitely, he was a writer on Loki, but there's multiple writers, for that show. So you can't really just put that on him.
Yeah.
And he's written for Rick and Morty
Multiple writers for that too.
Correct. So it's not like it's like he has a strong resume for these things, right? So I don't know. I'm not. It seemed like it was. Yeah. I mean, from the resume that he has, I'd assume he'd produce some quality shit. I enjoyed Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but the overall consensus from MCU fans and whatnot isn't the greatest, I guess.
They're
so
picky bitches, though. Can't go by all that.
It's all a part of this. It's like what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like a bad taste in the mouth, like with this past two.
They want a palate cleanse.
Exactly. So it doesn't surprise me that they're just trying to get out of that and maybe pick up some better writers, but pay them. You're
not gonna get no writers if you're not fucking paying them.
Absolutely. So that was a small rumor that was going around. Also for since we're talking about MCU, another rumor going around. It is a rumor that Josh Hartnett was offered the Doctor Doom role in Fantastic Four. This is the second rumor with Josh Hartnett, where, again, the rumor was that he was possibly going to be Harvey Dent / Two-Face in the Batman Part 2, which I fuck with it, man. I like Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
It also made sense with Harvey Dent Two-Face because he just looks like a young, what's his name from Men in Black?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. He just looks like a young Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, that's
I can see it a little bit.
Yeah. If you look up young photos of Tommy Lee Jones, he looks like Josh Hartnett.
I thought Josh Brolin did a good young Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black 3.
Yeah, he definitely did. That was great. But no, I'm liking that Josh Hartnett stepped away and now he's making a comeback.
Yeah.
And
he was in Oppenheimer. He was good in Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I fuck with Josh.
Was he?
Hartnett.
I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. I need to.
That's wild,
fucking.
Bro. That's
I know.
wild that
I
you
know.
haven't seen Oppenheimer. My man's been to the theater 3 times since Oppenheimer dropped. Hasn't seen fucking Oppenheimer.
Because
kids,
I go with kids, bro.
I know.
I know. Yeah, very rarely.
Kids are gonna sit in the
do I
car
get a
for a
chance
few
to go.
hours while I peep Oppenheimer.
I mean, in the 80s, apparently that was a thing.
Yeah, my grandpa used to leave me in the car by myself. Scared the shit out of me.
Waiting in the cars is like, oh shit.
I had an opportunity to watch Oppenheimer in Lincoln Center with the 70 millimeter IMAX view, but it was just I couldn't make it happen. My boy had apparently tickets that were reselling for like $200.
Damn.
Because they extended the Oppenheimer viewing.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer was showing up to a specific time. It was doing still so well that they ended up extending it. And so he went and bought tickets, and then they were last week, Wednesday, found out that it just happened to be the same day that he had tickets for a concert. And so he had told me, like, if you want, like, you could have the tickets. I won't even like jerk you on the price. Like, just pay like standard face value. Yeah. And I couldn't make it happen. It was in the middle of the week.
Would have been dope.
It was a Wednesday. Like, how the fuck am I gonna get all the way to Manhattan on a Wednesday? Freaking babies. Fuck everything
I
up.
don't know. Fuck everything.
I know. That's how it is, bro.
That's how it be.
Yeah, I'm fucked because it's like
Yeah, I don't think
my
I'll
girl
get to
works
watch
weekends.
it until Plex comes, which I've heard is not
too
the
far.
right way. It's not the right way to watch the
Oh
movie.
yeah, no.
No, yeah. I'm still hopeful that I will watch it in the in theater. I'm just hoping
window's closing.
Can't believe I'm the only
yes,
motherfucker
it is.
that saw it in theaters,
I know.
and I hate
Yes.
the motherfucking theater.
I know.
Yeah. I just haven't had an opportunity to. Now that I've moved, I think I may. I'm just really gonna. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But my birthday's this weekend, so I don't know if I'm gonna
Just
make it there
ask
this
for that.
weekend,
Just like,
son.
yo, leave me the fuck alone for 3 hours so I can go see this goddamn movie for my
Nah,
birthday.
son.
Have a fucking beer.
Yes, I'm gonna say that, but I think it's so I can go and get drunk.
Get drunk and go see Oppenheimer. Just piss first. It's long.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Let's see. We'll see how it, but yeah, I mean, I do fuck with Josh Hartnett. I hope that he does. I mean, I hope that's true.
Hell yeah.
If he plays Dr. Doom, that would be fucking dope. And that's someone that everyone is like really hoping they get done right. If nothing else, right? If they do Victor Von Doom correctly, a lot of people would be fucking happy. So
Bring back Julian McMahon. I think he was a good
Right?
Victor Von Doom.
yeah,
That's who I think of, honestly. When I think of Von Doom, like I think of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
those
weird.
movies don't get
Yeah.
enough love for what they pulled off. I thought they were good movies.
Facts. That's all we knew. We didn't know any better.
Right.
It's just
Right.
that's what they gave us, and
But
we were like, okay, we'll fucking
people are recalling
watch
it
it.
like it was a shitty series, and I don't recall it that way.
Nah.
Maybe the
They're
Silver
alright.
Surfer one was, but
That
the first one was dope.
was straight. Yeah.
Word. It was the only good one because everything that they try to do after that was just fucking
I just remember
suck.
bits and pieces of the other one.
yeah.
Nah.
I need to go rewatch those. I haven't
Nah.
seen the one with I'm talking about the earlier ones. I haven't seen the one with what's his name Michael B. Jordan as
Yeah, that's the
the
one.
Human Torch and shit.
Yeah. Johnny Storm.
I haven't seen that one. I heard it was trash. A lot of people like really trashing it. I'm like,
Yeah, I never watched that one, or maybe bits and pieces that I saw like on TNT
not even bits and
or
pieces.
something.
I have
like
no
just
idea how
garbage.
that was. Let's see. Kevin Costner came out and broke his silence on his exit from Yellowstone,
Oh.
and pretty much is saying that that he'll end up probably going to court because he said that he was in talk to work through season 7, but because he wanted some other projects and like they just didn't want to budge on his
Filming dates.
yeah, they didn't want to budge on, on making it work with the other projects that he had going on, that they just decided to cut it short and end it on season 5 because we're expecting the end of season 5 and it's only like what, 4 or 5 episodes or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was like
wrap it
half
up.
of season 5 or something. Like they
Yeah,
just,
I want to say it's less
half
than
of season
half.
4. Was it season 4 that?
No,
they
it's
just aired
season
half of?
5, but we have like how many seasons have already aired in season 5? It's like damn near
It was
a season.
7 or 8. I thought they legit just split it in half when I was watching it. Maybe 7.
Possibly. Let me see. Season 5 Yellowstone. Internet's really fucking slow here. So we got 8 episodes
Okay.
on this past season, and it's 14 episodes in total.
Yeah. So we got more than half the season.
So we got more
us
than
the
half a season.
6
We have
episodes.
6 episodes that we're getting, and then it's done.
I don't
But they
even know
chose
if
to
we're
just
getting
end it
that. Like,
on
I don't even think those have been filmed yet. Those last episodes. Over all this bullshit.
I don't know.
I know they haven't
Probably
filmed
not.
any of the other 1883s or 1923. Like nothing is.
I don't think there's another season of 1883.
No,
but there's going to
not.
be
But
another season of
1923,
1923. Yeah.
And that hasn't done shit yet. So that's years off still. Who the fuck knows? That pisses me off. I don't even like talking about it. It gets me heated. Fuck.
Let's see. No, I'm not seeing anything where they show anything that has been filmed yet.
No, there's not been any trailers. There's been literally zero other than speculative YouTube videos and people thinking they know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
This Kevin Costner news was the first.
I'll be honest with you. As much as I enjoyed it, I think that give us these 6 episodes and
and then go on to the Matthew McConaughey shit that you're gonna do.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
Because
all I want is just finish this fucking arc, bro.
It honestly did slow down around season 4, slowed down a bit. Season 5 picked back up, and I was excited to see. But I don't want it to be milked until season 7 just because. It might be a good thing to where fuck it. The creators may have just gotten to a point where we're like, you know what? I think we can find a spot where we can just end this on season 5 and just be done with it and move the fuck on. And if that's the case, I say, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
If anyone can, Taylor Sheridan can.
Yep. We're the new Taylor Sheridan pod.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did Taika lose us with Thor Love and Thunder?
He definitely fell off. That's for sure. He needs to
definitely
step
hurt
it back
us, right?
up. Got to come with some heat.
Oh man, I know, cause I like to think we still are a Taika pod.
We want to be. Give us a reason.
We want to be. However, I did cringe a little bit when I heard the rumors that he might still be attached to Thor 5 or whatever the next one is.
I'll give him another Thor. I believe in second chances. I'll give him a chance to redeem himself. And if he fucks this up, I can't say that we're a Taika pod anymore. I hate to be harsh like that.
No. I feel you. I mean, he's a listener of the show. So hopefully
he'll get his shit together once he hears this. Like, oh man, Sensitive Culture's giving it to me. I gotta step my shit up.
Yeah, because we love you, man. We have stickers with your face on it, right? Drawn by Danny.
We sure do.
So, fucking make us look better than you are right now, bud.
Word.
Okay.
Word.
Right.
A bunch of chumps.
We're saying this out of love, right? Not hate.
It's tough love. This is tough love.
Tough love.
Completely.
Tough love. Absolutely. That's all I really had. Y'all fucking with anything new?
I'm about to go balls deep in some Starfield.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Starfield drops soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep Sheridan.
He's about
on the Tulsa King wave.
I'm gonna jump on Tulsa King. Just finished Lioness, like I told you guys, and that was fucking fire. I highly recommend
that. I'm probably gonna start that before Tulsa King.
Yeah, and I
only like the Tulsa King because of the there's a cannabis store kind of twist to it. Part of it. I mean, it's a small part of it, but it's
still
enough to make it
showing love to the industry. It's a real thing. We out in these streets.
We out here.
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna jump on the line just because I've been seeing some shit on it, and it seems like it's really, really dope. And my girl would definitely jump on that for sure.
For sure.
So we're probably gonna do that one next because I'm gonna have to talk her into that. Not really talk her into it, but it's like it's
watch
one of those.
The first episode with her. Just get her into that first episode, and you're good.
That was the same thing that I did with Mayor of of Kingstown or whatever. Yeah.
Kingstown.
Kingstown. There we go. I always get it confused with Mayor of Easttown, which is with yeah.
Mayor, like horse?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. Mayor.
Yeah, it stars the girl from Titanic. What's her name?
Kate Winslet?
Kate Winslet, yes.
Oh, Kate Winslet.
Claire Danes was Romeo and Juliet.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Oh, I started watching The Queen's Gambit on Netflix. I know that's old and that's been out for a minute, but I watched the first episode.
Anya Taylor,
it's
right?
dope. Yeah,
yes.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy, yeah. That was one that I did not watch because my girl started it without me, just like randomly just started it on Netflix. And so she was completely into it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
it's
well,
dope.
I have nothing to watch.
We're gonna fuck with that for sure.
Cool. Yeah. So I did that same thing with Mayor of Kingstown, where I was like, "Yo, I keep hearing this show is good. We didn't have anything that we were watching." She's like, "All right, cool." We started it, and then she was just like, "I need to watch the next episode."
It's all about the timing. That's really what it comes down to. When you
Facts.
can
Right.
get your broad to watch a show.
Oh, and she's all in when the season is already done, and we could just binge the first season. Yeah, she'll be all in on that.
Yeah, I'll say that's why Lioness will hit now because it's done.
Facts.
You could just go hard, and you'll want to.
Oh yeah. No, we're gonna do that. And then we'll watch Tulsa King after that.
I'm a fuck
Is Special Ops on Grandpa's Plex too?
It is not. No, it was on a different Plex, and I had to fill in a couple episodes for it. But if we could text him, he could put it on there.
Yeah. Do that favor.
I mean, I got the Paramount Plus. I just
Oh shit, you got the Paramount Plus.
You know, the fucking
The commercial
man.
sucked. Yeah,
It's
no,
one of
fuck
those
that.
things where, like, you know, I mentioned in our group text that maybe I'll just upgrade my package for 1 month to get rid of the commercials. I can't do that. I realized because I signed up for
Is it a bundle?
back when it was CBS All Access, and back then. I can't remember why. I think it was for like a Star Trek show or some stupid shit like that. But back then, it included CBS as a live streaming channel or whatever. Now you only get CBS if you pay for the premium high-end version. And I only want to do that for a short period of time and then go back to the commercials one. But if I go back down to the commercials one, it'll be the current plan that does not include CBS streaming, which means I would miss a lot of football games.
Oh yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
That's basically the only reason why I'm still in there.
Nice. Yeah, and maybe I could try to jump onto my in-laws' Paramount account. I'm sure they have it, but I'd rather not. So put that little bug in the Plex's ear.
Word.
And we'll be Gucci. Other than that, I haven't really jumped onto anything. I'm not haven't really seen much with this move and everything, so I was happy enough just to kind of catch Ahsoka, the latest episode prior to this one. Like 2 days ago.
It was a dope episode.
It was a very dope episode. I'm really liking Ahsoka
Space whales, whatever the fuck those were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are crazy, dude. I was like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
Yeah.
Apparently that might make more sense if you actually like watched Rebels or Clone Wars or some shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's what Rocco said.
So yeah, that's where really what I chalked it up to, because she made that reference to the last time she saw, her friend was the last time that they saw the space whales and
Ezra.
shit. So Ezra,
yeah.
She made that comment, so I was like, oh, that must have been a reference to whatever went on this previous show that I'm probably never gonna watch.
We all watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new one.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
You watched it all, John? I know you saw like
The movie you're
pieces
talking
of-
about?
Yeah.
The Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah. I finished it. I went back and
Did you
rewatched.
change your tune?
For
For those of you listening, he wasn't really impressed.
Yes. After the first time that I watched, I probably watched like a third of it or so, and I was like, "This is cool, but it's not that great." I watched it the second time. Again, I don't know if it had anything to do with the fact that the second time I watched, I had the 4K version versus the 1080p version. I don't know if that was enough of a deal. It helped definitely with the artistic part where I was still very enamored with the artistic approach to it.
Yeah.
I think the second time, maybe I just wasn't as high, or I was just more in the
Maybe
mood.
you were higher.
I do. It definitely reminded me that the first time I watched it, that portion, I was like, "Wow, this soundtrack kind of slaps." Like I could see myself just listening to the soundtrack, like straight up. And as I watched it and finished it the second time, I was like, "Yeah, this soundtrack is definitely fire," and a lot of the parts like match really well. It was very hood to my taste. I mean, not that I was like, oh, this is too hood, I can't watch it, but I was just kind of like, this is like a little extra hood. Like,
I was
like a lot of real slang, like deep cuts shit.
Oh baby, I like it raw. The ODB. I was like, damn,
ODB
did they say
shit,
raw in Ninja Turtles movie? Damn.
It was
Okay,
just
that's how we're getting down.
Yeah, the whole bacon, egg, and cheese part. The
I liked all that.
The Aki
throwback,
way?
the Bronx.
Let me get the Aki.
Like there was just a lot of like I don't know if those. I guess I'm just too old and I haven't realized that like that like deep urban culture has impacted the mainstream culture that much, that like a Seth Rogen produced movie is people talk about fucking bacon, egg, and cheese in the Bronx like so hard. And that's not that. I mean, that was just one segment, but there was a lot of it that where I was just like,
but I thought I thought that was
is
dope.
a character, but he's talking like real hood.
See, but I thought that was dope because it really does speak to the younger, the teenagers. Like they had the callbacks. They had the slight callbacks to us, right? Like the Vanilla Ice, Go Ninja Go, and like little references to the shit that we would like. But the references to them actually being teenagers in New York City, they're not in a suburb of New York, right? They're in the fucking thick of it. And they know what that shit is like. And, they're using all of the languages, right? The fucking, because even my kid, right? He's like, everything is, that's sus. And,
They called me sus. That's bad. That's not good.
Yeah. And like little shit like that. And they're making, and I didn't even think like that was, like necessarily a hood thing, because it just seemed like they were saying the things that they've observed possibly like from either just listening to people as they're around the city, or like social medias, because they actually like tune in, and they were just saying what they thought New Yorkers would say, and that they were just repeating that as teenagers. It's just like, oh, this is what New York
No, I get it for like what they were doing, like, and I'm not knocking it like it was bad. I just even felt like, I'm saying, like, even when like when the Superfly character was talking, like his dialogue was not like, we've seen Ice Cube in many movies. He doesn't always talk like this. And the way that he was talking was like, I'm
NWA.
Ice Cube the gangster. Like, I'm hard. Like, fuck all was. Like, I'm surprised they didn't drop the F-bomb like 37 times in this movie the way that they were talking. Like,
Or
But
that's
then Superfly. He's Superfly. He's the
I know, but
he's the
it
villain.
was just like, it was so... I don't have another way of describing it as hood. Like, it sounded mad hood, and I don't want to say that was a bad thing necessarily. It caught me kind of off guard, but I was like, yo, this whole cast is like, even like all the bad guys, except for like Paul Rudd's Mondo Gecko. All the bad guys were like.
What about
real,
Ray Fillet?
Ray
Fillet.
Yeah, Ray
My
Fillet,
man,
definitely.
he was chilling. that was Post Malone? I didn't know that was Post Malone.
Yeah, I had to look that up to find
I
that
looked
out.
all those up, bro. I was obsessed.
I don't know. It caught me off guard. I'll say I'll leave it at that. Like, it caught me off guard, and it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. It was just like this shit is not what I was expecting at all. No. If I would have went to the theater to see this, that shit might have made me more hype. If I would have seen it at the theater like that, I would have been like, yo, this shit was fire. This shit was so like hood, like our vibe, our vernacular and shit. But watching it at home, it was just like, whoa, that's not what I was expecting at all. After all the thousands of like messages I've heard from so many people telling me to watch this movie.
Yeah, and it's because I think that's really what it came down to. We've grown up with Ninja Turtles, right? One of the bigger elements is that they were actually voiced by fucking teenagers, and that made all the difference in the world. They seemed like actual brothers.
Yeah.
That were growing up together and shit like that. Like, that was a dope feeling.
Jackie Chan was a good Splinter. Like
correct.
You said he was very funny, but he was also heartfelt. Like, he cared about.
Very
like, I don't remember like any Splinter like loving and caring about the turtles as much. Like, he was very attentive for Master Splinter.
And they had to sacrifice the backstory of the Ninja Turtles, like the original Ninja Turtles, in order to do that. I still feel like, and we talked about it in the chat, but I feel like they could still redeem that. Like, because he's such a father figure, he could have kept this part of his past in order to shelter them from it. You know what I mean? I feel like they may go that if they make a sequel. If
they need to do, I'm sure they'll make a sequel.
I'm sure they will, because that's where we are in the world, right? They're going to make a sequel, but I mean, if they don't, it would be just a good standalone movie. But if they do, they can easily throw in there like, I haven't been truthful to you because I wanted to shelter you from this, but now it's coming to the forefront, blah, blah, blah. And then he explains who Shredder is and all of that shit. So they can easily like recover that backstory,
or they just
or whatever.
Totally rewrite it.
Sure,
like,
sure,
you never
whatever.
know what they're gonna do. Yeah, if they even want to introduce Shredder. But like I said, we grew up with Shredder. I would love to see Shredder in that animation style, that vibe. Like, who would voice him? Like,
absolutely. The biggest reason why I'm okay with it though is because every iteration of the Ninja Turtles revolves around the same story arc with the Foot, the Shredder. Like all of that shit. And you know what? It felt good to not deal with that part of it and see something else with some other, with like all the mutants and shit. So I really enjoyed that part of it. Bebop
and Rocksteady. We haven't seen those guys since, exactly. Animation, right? Like that.
Voiced by fucking Seth Rogen and John Cena.
Yeah, were they in the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles? But I don't remember those too well. Were they? They weren't as cool.
Rocksteady?
I think there was in.
I don't think so.
One of them.
Maybe, I don't know, but those movies weren't.
Nah.
And just to go back to the grittiness or whatever you said, you called it the hoodness, but it's the grittiness of New York. I also enjoyed that because even though the Ninja Turtle movies and shows were based on New York, they never seemed to be act like New Yorkers. And in this one, they threw in a lot of like New York stereotypes, which made it seem like that. But if you really look at it, like, you can look at it and say it's hood, but man, the motherfuckers in suits talk just like that too. You know what I mean? So with a lot of New Yorkers and shit. So
it was more just like I said, the dialogue I thought was very
but it's never. What I'm saying is that it's never been represented like New York, even though it took place in New York with all the Ninja Turtle shows, movies, and everything. It's never actually represented New York, and this time it did. World.
I feel like you don't even hear, even in the Ninja Turtles movies, you never heard like a Brooklyn accent or a New York. Like, everyone had perfect dialect and everything. Like, even when you were in like that badass club in the first Ninja Turtles movie, like
in the Michael Bay one, the Raphael character.
Oh yeah, no, the original Raphael had that New York. He's like, but that was literally Crumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. It was like an over.
Yeah, exaggerated.
Yeah.
And that was another
perfect
thing
for
that I
Raph.
loved about this movie is Raphael is always represented as the hothead. And, you know, in this one, like
They were
kinda
different
touched-
sizes too, bro. Like I never really noticed that in the movies. Like they were all the same height, same size, like same costume. But in this one, like they all had their different sizes and, you know, a little bit. It wasn't drastic, but it was enough where like they were different. I like that.
Yeah, and this one they seem more like brothers again, like I said earlier. But like Raphael, they would reference the fact that he has anger issues, but it wasn't necessarily like they were beefing, right? And they were making fun of Leo for being the fucking goody two shoes. That you know what I mean. So it felt like more of a brotherhood, and even when they went to high school at the end. Danny pointed out, like, I like the fact that they were like dressed like the person that they were, right? Like Leo had the athletic shirt on, you know, tucked into the pants, fucking, you know, Donnie had the
nerdy and shit.
Yeah, like a little nerdier and
And I had just the hoodie on, and like that. They had their own
like,
style. They had their own.
Like
vibes,
they had their own personality to it, and I don't know. I thought it was a dope version of the Turtles that we really haven't touched on. Not enough to really hate the changes that they made, but really like embraced it. And again, it checked the boxes for us OG fans and for the kids. Like, you know. My kid will watch it, or my kids have been watching it, and they laugh at the shit that they talk about, you know, when they bring up like the new way of talking, you know, like with the sus and shit, and they understand it. And I think that's why there's a little bit of a disconnect there. It's like, I don't know why because that's just, you know, that's for the younger kids to make them connect.
Again, I know that.
No,
I'm not.
I know
old.
you're not
I'm not
passionate.
trying to say that I'm disconnected from it, but rather it just I've
felt
never.
That way. Yeah, no, I get you.
I don't know. Besides like fucking Paid in Full and like BET movies,
and I
typical,
hate them fucking
not
movies.
like broad movies with a broad audience like that have these types of conversations in using the words that they use, in the way that they use it, and the way that again, the way that Superfly talks to the turtles, and he's like, what? Like, what y'all mean? Like, y'all doing this shit like that? Like, I thought y'all was cool. Like, y'all niggas sus. Like, it was just like, yo, what the fuck am I watching? This shit just seems it just jarred me in a way, not in a negative way or a positive way.
Yeah. It just caught you off guard. Like, what the fuck?
It just caught me off guard. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. Like, a bunch of like people from the building made this movie. That's how I felt. Like, people from the building voiced this movie, and that's not what I was used to. So that it was cool in a way, but it was also like off. Like, it was like, whoa, what? Oh man!
For the audience,
at 2023, we've made it, guys. Our conversations that we used to have are now standard conversations that they would put in a $300 million budget movie or whatever the fuck this shit. It probably wasn't
for Dave and the rest of the
100 mil or whatever.
For Dave and the rest of the listeners who don't know what the building is it was where we used to hang out when we were younger.
Right. Yeah.
with all of our friends and shit. So yeah, it was conversations that you would
Facts.
have. But yeah. No, that's legit, and I think that's why I love this so much, because it was not a typical Ninja Turtles movie, and those things felt familiar, and that was great. Mm-hmm. Anything else that you guys want to add to this stellar conversation?
Sterling conversation.
Yeah, the Sterling conversation. Nah?
No.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you made it this far, that means you fuck with us, so we fuck with you. Remember to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching. Don't mind Dave's blurry ass video, because you know he had to take his phone off. there's a lot of things coming. All right. If you didn't join the fantasy football league, please keep your eyes out next year. We will definitely keep it going. It's been a good experience so far. We have a Discord coming shortly, hopefully. And we still have plans for Twitch, right? We're just trying to iron shit out. Life is happening. This is not our full-time job. However, we would love for it to be. So your support is very major on that aspect of it, right? So
sensitivemerch.com.
if you want to cop some gear and stay fresh, go to insensitivemerch.com. Stay drippy with Drippy. Cop yourself some gear. And then when people ask you, what the fuck is that? You tell them who the fuck Insensitive Culture is, right? Rep us out there. Other than that, guys, peace. We'll catch you next week. We love you. Thanks a lot. Peace.
Peace.